We go. Kicked off.
Or we are live. I'm starting a little bit behind already. It still says upcoming for me. So you'll have to tell me how the first couple plays probably go.
Oh, first play, they just blasted the kick out of the end zone. So nothing going there.
Do we have Amari back there?
Yeah. Dude, honestly, the more I think about it and like the role that he fills and when you think of like reserves needing versatility, I'm not sure Amari's a lock for this roster.
I'm Oh, you think we might actually legit cut him?
I could see it, but I don't know. Let's see. Love takes a snap from the shotgun. Offensive line gives him lots of time. He couldn't find anyone. Rushes for a first down. Um,
How many you pick up on it?
Probably 12 yards or so. Didn't. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't look comfortable though. It looked like he was expecting his first read to immediately be open. And then he kind of panicked when he wasn't. The line was giving him time.
Who do we have out there on the line? Okay, I'm going now. I can see it.
Okay. They handed
Oh,
off
handoff. Okay, we are caught up. I just saw the handoff.
Patrick Taylor. Okay. Yeah, it looked like they did a little fake jet sweep to Amari and then handed off Taylor going the opposite direction. All right, so the line, we've got our number one line out there right now.
I can't
Niesman,
believe
Runyon, Myers, Hanson.
I'm surprised about Hanson.
Dude, I don't like Newman at right tackle. And frankly, I think we're stunting his development. Like he was a
Hmm.
bad guard for most of last season, but he started coming on toward the end of the season. Let the kid settle in at guard. He's not playing well at tackle. I feel
Yeah.
like moving him around, just you know, putting
I
him
want
back. Oh man,
I, I wonder if Elton's gonna be good to go for week one or if he's gonna if he's gonna need a few weeks. I would
I
like him
mean,
out there if he's good to go. Minnesota's gonna be tough with the edge rushers this year with Daniel Hunter and Zedarius. So
yeah. I mean, I look at it like they could have just kept him on PUP, and it would have only been the first 4 games.
oh my god, 5 wide already.
Oh, who was that? Dobbs who just dropped that?
Yep, that's Dobbs. He had an issue with that last week. He had at
Dude,
least two drops I can remember. Yeah.
that was excellent placement by Love, and
Yeah.
Dobbs had him beat. Actually, so looking closer, I don't think he dropped it. I think he didn't get his header on fast enough.
Yeah, I
And
think he lost track of the ball. I wonder if that's a poorly ran route by him. He just ran a poor route. I know that's what Rogers was criticizing the rookie receivers for earlier in week was they're just running the wrong route.
I mean, it looked like he had separation. He just, I don't know, he didn't get his header on fast enough. Uh, and as far as running the wrong route, I do know that LaFleur specifically called out Amari Rogers for being in the wrong spot on one of Jordan Love's picks. Um, and Amari Rogers had like 4 catches all of last year.
Yeah.
You got to wonder if maybe knowledge of the playbook is an issue with him.
He's not going to see the field if he doesn't fix those things. Like especially with Rogers understanding he's not going to allow him out there.
I didn't even. I should have
Or
paid attention to that punt, man. I didn't even
it,
look.
it was okay. It was all right. Trying to see who we get out there on defense. All right, Heflin, T.J. Slayton, Devontae Wyatt. Wyatt starting for the first time. He was out last week with that concussion. Garvin, Walker, McDuffie, Galea. This is your first time seeing Walker this year. Keyshawn
Yeah,
Nixon,
it,
Scott
I'm
Davis, and
I'm
Shamar.
surprised that the work we've been giving Walker. He's been playing in every preseason game, even though he's pretty much slotted in as a starter right in mini camp. Um,
Yeah, he stands out when you're out there. You can instantly see him, like pinpoint where he's at.
Wyatt had some nice push on that.
Yeah, gets his hand up too. Already a vet savvy move.
We got him in a 3rd and 5 already.
I know. All
I
right.
everything that I read about joint practices this week was that our defensive line was just eating their offensive line alive.
Yeah.
Keeps up in the game.
We'll see if we send Quay on this blitz. No, if we drop him. No, we have him on the running back.
All right,
Oh,
Shamar Jean
good play. Good
There's a
play by
flag.
Shamar.
There's a flag. I wonder if they're going to call pass interference on Shamar. Frankly, the way that ball was, yeah, pass interference on Shamar Jean Charles.
Come on.
But dude, the way that ball was popped up in the air, I feel like Charles could have made a play on trying to intercept it. He kind
Yeah.
of just you can actually see in the replay he makes a fist and just punches it away. You're not going to catch any footballs with a fist. So this gives them a new set of downs, 1st and 10. All right, they set up.
Quay's up top. Oh, we send a safety blitz, and they send a screen to Taysom Hill.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised we're coming with a blitz in preseason, and the Saints dialed up the perfect play for it. They had a
Yeah,
screen.
that was a perfect play. Picked up another first down.
Frankly, it could have been a bigger gain if Taysom Hill wasn't so slow.
He does kind of seem like the odd man out in that offense, but they use him in lots of different ways. Running back on that play, pretty much exclusively moving him to tight end this year. I don't think you'll see much from that quarterback.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little surprised that they're starting Ian Book here. It's their 3rd stringer. Like
Yeah.
Andy Dalton's their 2nd, and then Jameis Winston, he wasn't going to play because I think he's nicked up right now.
I was a little disappointed last week that Jordan Love only played the first half. I think, I mean, let the kid play like the whole freaking game at this point. Get him as much experience as possible,
Yeah,
or at
I
least play
definitely
deep into the third.
I definitely see that line of thought, particularly because you have to make a decision on the 5th-year option after this season. So, like, ideally, we want to see a lot of how he responds in game, but you don't want to put him out there with like the 3rd string offensive line, get him killed.
Holding on the offense, moving it back. Yeah. Our third stringer that we had, that Danny Etling, he played fairly well in spot, like kind of clean up spot duty there. He's got some wheels on him. He's pretty athletic.
I mean, Jordan Love is fairly athletic too, but I think he's specifically coached to try to avoid running and try to continue working on his progression.
Wide receiver bubble screen, another flag. We played it well though. I'm excited for this defense this year. We can stay healthy. We're gonna be.
So they threw a flag and
We
then
declined it.
no flag. So
Mm.
they're in a 3rd and 12 here.
I'd like to see Devontae Wyatt back out in this field. Have him kind of rush. I want to see Nick Barre out there too. I know he had some moments in camp, according to some beat writers.
Yeah. Oh wow. Their 3rd string quarterback
Wow.
trying to play hero and
Was that
nowhere near
McDuffie? Yep.
nowhere near the 1st down, and he
Hmm.
doesn't take the slide, and he ends up taking a hit from McDuffie. So that puts him 4th and 9. Coverage must have been good.
I haven't heard.
A fair amount of McDuffie. A lot of positive stuff this
I was
offseason.
just gonna absolutely was gonna say I personally haven't heard a lot about McDuffie, so he's been just solid. I mean, he is kind of our 4th inside linebacker, I think. going to be a core special teamer. No punt return from Amari, but at least he caught it this
Yeah,
year.
no,
Or
honestly,
this time.
I wanted to specifically comment on that. He very comfortably caught that, and it was a short punt. He had to run up to get it in traffic. That's something that would have had me hold my breath last offseason. He caught it cleanly.
Last year I did like towards the end of the year, I didn't even want them to fair catch it. I just wanted them to just
Just let
have
it
no one back there. Like just I don't even care if it goes in the end zone or they coffin corner it. Just get the offense the ball. That's
dude,
all I cared about.
dude. Did you see that the Bills' new punter that they drafted? I
Yeah,
guess in the
80.
week 1 preseason game had an 82-yard punt.
Yeah, he's done that routinely in college too. Like,
Well, his nickname was the Punt God.
yeah. Uh, and he wasn't even the first punter that was taken in the draft either. He reminds me a lot of Michael Big Dick Dixon there.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I mean, I was kind of hoping we took a fly around another, young punter or even punt god there, but Rick Bisaccia is going to want a veteran punter that he can rely on. So I
Yeah,
mean, I
I mean
get it, but
they targeted O'Donnell, former Bear. Um, but I never know how to pronounce it. But Bisaccia. But
Bisaccia,
yeah,
I
he
think.
he he wanted Pat O'Donnell.
Yeah, we got him early.
Yeah. So I mean I'll give him this. He's punted in Chicago his entire career and been pretty consistent and reliable. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that that helped steady the special teams a bit. Which actually, speaking of special teams and going back to when we were talking about McDuffie, like I said, like I've read that he's been making some good progress this offseason. One guy that I don't think I've read a single word about, Ty Summers.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't heard anything about Ty Summers.
And he was a core special teamer last
Hmm.
year. But I haven't heard a thing about him. I wonder if he gets cut.
He could be. He very well could. I think. I mean, he's cheap labor at this point. I mean, what like sixth, seventh round draft pick, like 2 years. I think he's probably got to be on his last year of his rookie deal. I haven't heard anything about him. We just picked up Quay Walker. We got Chris Barnes. Isaiah McDuffie's looking good. I mean, we kind of already got 4 inside linebackers good to go there. Maybe we cut him, bring him back to a practice squad if he's still eligible. I'm not sure what the rule is on how many years vested that you can go to a practice squad. But all right, Jordan Love's back out there. We run.
Patrick Taylor picks up a
So,
few yards, but the so far, everything I've read from the last preseason game and then joint practices this week is that the offensive line has not gotten any push in the run game. That's showing
yeah,
up right now. These guys are getting hit, maybe a yard after the line of scrimmage and just fighting for 3 yards.
Jordan Love, 2nd and 7, under center. Toss play. Patrick Taylor takes it. Two, 3 yards. Looking at probably about 3rd and 4. Did you see that we signed our old buddy Dexter Williams this week?
I did.
Yep.
Which I think Kylan Hill is our RB3, but he's on PUP. So until he's
Hmm.
back, we need someone. Some people really like Tyler Goodson because he's very fast and has good hands. But I've heard that he might be the worst pass blocking running back people have ever seen. Like you're not gonna make the roster if you can't pass block.
Right. Jordan Love, good play. That's Juwan Winfrey.
Yeah, it's
He's
win.
been getting a little bit of praise too in camp. A
Yeah,
little bit.
Roger specifically called him out as
Yep.
a guy who was doing well. And
Hmm.
and the thing about Winfrey is like he's got the body type of a number one receiver. Like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he has that talent, but like sometimes you just need a big guy. And he
Re-
definitely has the frame.
Looked real good on getting some separation on that crossing route. I mean, I know he's probably going up against like their 4th cornerback out there, but
Offensive line giving Love some good time in the
yeah,
pocket.
looking good. Lots of time. Hits. Is that Romeo?
Yep, that was Dobbs. It was a nice catch.
That's
And
kind of that's
yeah.
been what he's been in the first preseason game and kind of doing it here in second. Like he'll make a boneheaded bad play or drop and then come back and make another good play. Like he had a great touchdown on a really good route in week one. He was peppered with targets. I think he got like 10 or 11 targets in that game. Love threw his way early and often and makes a good play there. Double covered too.
I honestly that was a good throw by Love. Like you're going
Yeah.
to the left sideline.
Oh,
Um,
we do a little trickery there with Rogers, Amari.
dude, honestly, like I've wondered with Amari Rogers' body type, like why can't he be a Ty Montgomery for us? Why don't we use him at running back more?
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
that
Maybe it's
that Love pass is pretty good, man. Probably traveled 30 yards in the air, tight spiral, right into Dobbs' hands.
second and two. We're moving the ball very well. Jordan Love seems to have some good command of the offense. Tyler Davis is getting a lot of snaps out there. We're going
Seen
to
a
need
lot.
to rely on our running backs a lot this year. I really hope we see a lot of two back sets with AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, and I think we will. I think
I
we're going
mean,
to like.
we've been calling for it for the past 2 years now, and I think they're going to be forced to do it at this point.
Yeah, Rogers kind of said it at one of his pressers there earlier in the week. He's like, we gotta find ways to get them both on the field. We need the best 11 players out there, and at this point, it's pretty clear that they're both in the best 11 that we have.
All right, that was
That was a good play,
it was.
Degora. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, so that's you
Yeah.
don't think much of like a little flat route there. Um but some in the past Love has struggled a little bit with the short little flats and flares. That
Hmm.
ball was on the money to Degora, hit him in stride so he could keep running. And I believe does he pick up a first here?
Yeah, I think so. I right before we did this podcast, I was reading an article. I think it was from Acme Packing and Reporter Company or whatever. There, it was about the signs are increasingly showing that this might be Rogers' last year, despite him signing that contract extension. Lots of comments about Jordan Love, saying like he sat behind Favre for 3 years, and now Love sat behind him for 3 years, and then following up with he knows the end is really close, and he thinks about retirement all the time, this and that. Uh, I mean, maybe
Yeah, I mean,
we've been talking about this for 3 years, so.
I I think that Rogers earlier this offseason specifically said that he Love with a little out to
Boy.
Jawan Winfrey. Ball was a little high, but not a bad pass. Picks up maybe 5 yards. But yeah, Rogers specifically said that he doesn't want to be like locked into anything where like if he ends with a magical season and has the Super
Hmm.
Bowl, that might feel like the right time to walk away. But he also doesn't want to commit to like this is my last year, and then if you have a crushing defeat and a bad taste in your mouth, you might want to come back for more. I think the contract extension was all about giving him flexibility to walk away when he's ready.
It's a big
Um,
third down, and we run it. Wow. I don't know if we pick it up. We might.
I don't
Yeah,
think we
it
did.
does give him lots of flexibility. Now, if he retires, I gotta think that we still have some cap ramifications and some like stuff from that extension there. Like, I don't think that that extension just magically goes away.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it, man.
Um,
We've dealt too much with Aaron Rodgers' future and all that. Like at this point, we got a Hall of Famer at quarterback. Let's enjoy it while we can.
did you, did you see it? Kenny Stills actively trying to recruit himself to Green Bay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's the last team he played for?
Miami, I think.
Hmm. All right, so that run actually did pick up the first by about 1 inch. I was
All right.
curious if he would have gone for it on fourth. But we're
Let's
in
see
a
what
first.
Love can do on the goal here.
I mean, Love has been moving the offense well. Not impressed with the run blocking, but the pass blocking has been pretty solid.
Yeah. See, uh, yeah, all right. Some tough run in, picks up 3 or 4.
It almost looked like that was designed to be an outside toss, and then he cut it back inside. I don't know. It's kind of a weird run by Taylor there.
We're in these first 2 drives, Taylor's gotten like all the snaps at running back. We haven't
No,
cycled in
I saw
anyone else.
I saw Goodson in for
Was
like
he?
two two snaps. Yeah.
I do know Kylan Hill, even though he's on the PUP, he says he feels great. Says he should be ready to go week 1.
All right. Love
Ah,
overthrows Degora in the flat. Degora tries to stretch out, couldn't quite get it. It wouldn't have been a touchdown, but might have gotten him up to like the 2 or 3.
mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that wasn't Degora. I think that was Tyler Davis.
Tyler Davis is 84, I think.
84. Oh, okay. All right. 3rd and goal.
From about the 7. Yeah, from the 7.
Love buying time. Scrambling. All right. Yeah,
Get rid of
that's
it.
yeah, I didn't like the especially he did a little spin, never
Yeah.
turned back on the play, man. Like that was a very like this is a young quarterback moment there.
Yeah. At this point, if he had no one open there, give your kicker a little bit of a better chance for 3 here. No, I'm interested to see the kicker. Like our kicker last week was so bad, we just cut him right after the game. That kick he had last week, the worst kick I've ever seen in my whole life.
I did hear that he had pulled his hammy like right before the game, so that might explain it.
Ooh, it was bad. I mean, all right.
All right, so we get 3 out of it. I a lot of churning, 2 3 yard runs in that drive, and then Love moving the chains with short passes. There wasn't a ton of Love working downfield or over the middle. He did have that one real nice pass to. Well, actually, I'll say he had 2 nice passes. The one hitch to Dobbs on the left sideline, and then that crosser over the middle to Winfrey. But other than that, he didn't really take any shots more than 10 yards.
Yeah. It's an improvement. You can see the improvement from year 2 to year 3 here.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pretty
at the same
mobile.
time, yeah, no, he has the athleticism where if he can like develop his pocket presence more, he could really shed pressure well, in kind of the way that like a Russell Wilson does. But it's clear that he doesn't have that elite pocket presence yet. Um, is that something that will improve with time? Maybe. Some guys just innately have a sense, though. Like Tom Brady, it's probably the all-time great for pocket feel. Guy has no mobility at all, but he just shuffles, step here, step there, avoid a sack.
He's still a really young quarterback despite going into year 3. Do you know he's younger than Kenny Pickett, who's a rookie this year?
Yeah, I mean Jordan Love's only what 23.
23, 24, or something like that. He's only a few months older than Justin Fields. Last year, Justin Fields only had, I think, 5 more touchdowns than Jordan Love did, despite playing in 9 more games than Jordan Love. Nice.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. I am a Justin Fields believer. I think he has big time potential. And I just really hope that the bears it and
I
just
hope
use
so
him.
too.
I mean they're not giving him any receivers to work with. He's got Darnell Mooney and like Brian Pringle's like their number 2. They got no one. Their
I think
offense,
they have Ekman St. Brown that listed as a starter right now.
dude, he could he could end up being their number 2.
Yeah,
And he was like our number 5 last year. Um,
they did
and
draft a rookie. I'm not sure how he looks, but I know
he had a
he's a
big
return
punt
specialist.
return. Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
big punt return in the game. I think it was
Oh,
yesterday.
wow. All right. Well, Rich Bisaccia ain't gonna be happy about this.
Yeah,
Massive kick return.
yeah.
60, probably about 60-yard kick return that's already in Green Bay territory. Our kicker had to stop him. That's never a good sign.
Wow, our kicker wears 45 as his number. I've never seen a kicker with that.
Well, there's probably not too many numbers left, and he's getting cut at the end of camp. So
Yeah, you don't see too many 40s in general.
no,
Probably a bad sign if they hand you a 40 when
yeah,
you join the team. Probably not gonna make it. Yeah,
it's
they're
what,
starting at like R45
yeah,
and they run probably 9-10 yard gain here. There is a flag though.
it's wild seeing Quay Walker out there with number 7, like having the number 7 in the middle of the field. He's big. He's big. He's tall and like rangy. Holding, no one's coming back. It'll be 1st and 20.
I mean, I will say this for being our first round pick, out there playing with backups and against backups. We haven't called his name. He's not really making his presence felt from what I've seen.
He was in on that tackle right there, but I mean, it was 9 yards down the field. It was very Blake Martinez esque. He just tripped on that one. Trying to see if we got TJ Slayton's getting a lot of playing time out there so far in this first quarter. Devontae Wyatt's out there again.
I'm hoping for a big step from Slayton this year. I mean,
Same.
if he can be a reliable nose tackle on first and second down, you can put Kenny out on the edge for more of a pass rush presence.
I was reading some snap breakdowns over the last few years. Green Bay's been moving Kenny to defensive end more and more every single
Ooh,
year.
come on, man.
Oh, get there.
We
That was
just had
Slayton too.
2 Packers almost sack Book, but they just couldn't wrap up. So he rushes for 3 yards, puts him in a 3rd and 16. But who gets this pressure on the edge? Is this Garvin?
55. Is that Enagbare?
It's either Enigbare. Yeah, Enigbare gets the initial pressure, forces the scramble,
Yeah.
and then Slayton tries to clean up, but he can't get him. Got him in the 3rd and 16.
Enagbare wearing Whitney Merciless's number last year.
Yeah.
Going with a bubble screen. You gotta stop it. They do.
All right. Well, defense bottles them up, but
It'll be the end of the first there.
they're
It was a quick first quarter.
yeah, they're going all short stuff. Can
Mhm.
you think of one time the Book has tried to take a shot?
No. No, and I would be testing the secondary of Green Bay too. Like it's personally, I feel like it's our weak link for sure. Like we start getting injuries in that secondary, I think we're gonna be in trouble. But they've been pretty high on Vernon Scott at safety. I think he's kind of our de facto number 3 going into the season there.
Dennis Allen's pissed about something.
I I I know I was reading that they think that Kayshawn Nixon can be more than just a special teamer that he was in Oakland. And we moved what's his face from wide receiver back to cornerback. Or no, was that Nixon?
Gafford, Rico
Gafford,
Gafford.
Rico Gafford, yeah. Who's a burner. He can fly.
Yeah. I looked at the free agent market, just to see what the veteran presence was out there. There ain't much at safety, man. It's pretty bleak. There are a decent number of corners with like a lot of starting experience and success. Like if we I think right now we're trying to give the young guys a chance to grow. if we had to get a new corner, I think there's a pretty good pool to pull from. And I also wonder, like, maybe try to take one of those corners, turn him into a safety. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin King, um, playing some free safety or something.
Shamar, Gene Charles did say the Packers did play him at safety a little bit. He did take some reps at safety in training camp. He's probably like a in case of emergency break glass type option there, though, because he's really not. He's a short guy. He's under 6 foot.
Yeah, dude, I'm surprised they've been playing him as a boundary corner. I
Yeah.
thought he would exclusively be slot, but
Uh-huh.
they've been doing him out on the boundary.
Yeah,
Um,
he's not a big guy. He's short. He's not even like a short, stocky guy. He's skinny. Like looks like a mini, like a shorter version of Kevin King out there. Yeah, I can't
Saint,
believe Kevin King's still not signed by anyone.
dude, I'm telling you, like, take a look at the free agent corners available right now. There are a lot of quality veterans sitting out there. I don't know if they're waiting for injuries to get better deals or what's going on, but there's a fair number. And the offensive line as well. Like I took a look there. Um, if we decide that we need as an emergency to get a veteran right tackle, there's a decent number of candidates out there. Um, tell you this, man, I don't like Royce Newman at right tackle.
Nope.
I'm going to be watching closely when we rotate to the second string offensive line. I want to see if they give our third round pick, Sean Ryan, if they give him some work with the twos. I'd really like to see how he performs. I expected a lot more. I kind of thought he would come in and take a hold of the starting job, to be honest. And he's just been buried on the depth chart this offseason.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. There's some bigger name guys, but they're older. They're in their 30s.
Yeah, but dude, for a fourth corner or a
Yeah,
third safety,
I know. Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's out there.
yeah, I think
Chris Harris.
yeah,
Chris Harris was
Chris
he
Harris
was
was the name that jumped out to me. He was an all
yeah.
level slot corner at one point in time.
AJ Bouye, who he was highly revered just 3-4 years ago.
Dude, Richard Sherman's still out there. I'd put his ass at safety.
Josh Norman's out there who played well against us in that playoff game. He started that playoff game and played well.
I thought Josh Norman was on the Bills last.
He was on the Bills 2 years ago, and then he played for San
Okay.
Francisco last year. Yeah, he kind of fucked us up in that playoff game pretty last year. He made some really good plays. And then there's Kevin King, Xavier Rhodes, Trey Waynes.
Yeah, there's a decent number of guys out there. It will be really interesting to see if we try to pick anyone up before the season starts, or if we just want to roll with the young guns and give them a chance to grow.
Looking at the safeties right now. Landon Collins is the big one that sticks out, but he's a box safety. We wouldn't go for him.
Yeah, I do think I don't think Amos would be out of position playing free safety, but he's better in the box. Um, but I could see a world where we move Amos to free safety,
Mm-hmm.
and put in a more traditional box guy if necessary.
All right, 1st and 10. Gotta imagine that we probably pull. This will be the last quarter for Love again. We'll
I
probably
would think.
pull him at halftime. Mari Rogers out there. He'll get lots of playing time today. We'll probably play him deep into the third, even I'd imagine. I'm really interested to see how much playing time he actually gets this year.
Like I said, man, I am not positive that he makes the roster.
Oh, Love
Ooh,
letting it rip. It's
Dubs with
Dobbs.
a nice catch in traffic, holds on to a big hit.
This game looks a lot like week 1 preseason already. I
Come
mean, well,
on.
oh my God. And
Holding
holding
on the
on the
offensive
offense. It's
line.
coming back.
Dude, that was a nice like downfield shot by Love. Nice catch by Dobbs. Is this Tyler Davis that the hold is on?
Mm, we have Zach Tom in at right tackle right now.
No, it's Tyler Davis. Yep, you can see
Is
it.
it?
Dude, they talked him up so much in the offseason.
He
He
hasn't
he's
done
playing
much.
he's playing himself out of a job. Like he has been
And
making mistake after mistake.
we cut Dominic Daphne earlier in the week too.
Oh shit. All right. Love get I think this is a sack. If not, he rushes for 1 yard.
We got Cole Van Lannon out there too.
Oh, we put Van Lannen in already?
Yeah, Cole Van Lannon's in at right guard right now.
Right guard. This is the first guard work he's gotten that I'm
Yeah,
aware of.
I believe Cole Van number 70 right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh wait, nope, that's Newman. Newman. I know I definitely saw Van Lannon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it. All right, we're in 2nd and 22. Oh, come on, come on. Love, what are you doing, dude? All right, Love is if he was playing against starters, that would
Yeah,
have been a fumble. Like he
yeah,
was running around with no ball security.
he's out there playing hero ball right now. We have Van Lannon at left guard. Correct. My bad.
Jesus Christ, dude. Zach Tom looks small.
Yeah. We do have Newman at right guard. We moved Newman, kicked him into right guard. And Hanson is our center. So some shuffling on the line.
Ugh,
3rd and 19. I think LaFleur's just gonna let him rip this. Yep.
dude. Yeah, I mean, he keeps looking for Dobbs. Um, but well, I don't super blame Jordan Love
Oh,
on that.
flag.
Oh, all right, pass interference. Keep
Wow.
Trav alive. But dude, I I don't like this decision to pull the starting offensive line here. Love is fighting for his life right now.
Instant instant decrease in the quality of line play. As soon
Instantaneous.
as
Like
yeah.
he's been under siege as soon as they made this change, and he's taking hits too. Like that, they just showed that actually that might have been the penalty. It was a late hit. I didn't actually hear what the ref said because it looked like a late hit when they showed a replay. 1st and 10 at the 25. No push on the offensive
No.
line at all.
Um Yash is still out there. He's been playing well. He played pretty well in the first preseason game as well. I think when Bakhtiari comes back, I don't know if Yash isn't one of our top 5 best linemen at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
when I have
think
concerns on the offensive line, Yash Nijman is not one of them.
I mean there's even school of thought that says that if we started Yash in that playoff game against San Francisco, we might have seen a little bit of a different result there. Maybe. I mean, I still think the result probably would have been the same, but
Yeah, I mean,
I've
I,
been
I don't want to go back to that game.
I've been watching the Hard Knocks with the Lions last couple weeks. One,
Yeah,
Dan Campbell, he's a hell of a coach.
he's
Um,
good.
secondly, Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a problem.
Dude, the Lions, they're
That
building it right.
that
Offensive and defensive
kid
line.
looks good. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a problem for us for the next 10 plus years. It's like he looks like Nick Bosa.
I mean, they are building through the trenches.
Good
And
run.
like, people make fun of Goff, and like I'm not saying he's a good quarterback, but he did take a team to the Super Bowl. Like if you
And
surround him with pieces, he can be adequate.
and once they get Jameson Williams, who I thought was the best receiver in the draft if he wasn't hurt coming off the injury. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of he might have been the only receiver in this draft that you look at and just like, wow, he's a special talent, like
Mm-hmm.
just a game breaking freak. Um, Love letting it
Second
rip.
and
That
one.
was, dude, that was a nice big time throw from Love to Win.
Winfrey.
That's probably 25-yard gain.
He shows more and more. He's beginning to show the signs that like he's no Aaron Rodgers by far. Like Aaron Rodgers does this consistently every single play, but he's getting there. I think he's starting to get there. If one more off season under his belt, he can probably be a really good starter. Probably. I think he's getting
Yeah,
there.
I mean, when the play is on schedule, he's shown growth and looks like he can win games. Um,
Oh, what
it,
is that?
when the play,
Dobbs. Was that hold on? I gotta see the throw though. Was that a bad throw or is
yeah, there's a low throw. Just as we're talking about him growing, has a bad throw there. Um, but yeah, so when things are on schedule, he's beginning to look the part. It's when the play breaks down, he just seems to panic. And like you got to remember, we're watching preseason football here. Like he's not seeing the kind of blitz packages and stunts that he saw against Kansas City last year
uh-huh.
in his lone regular season start. Um, he still needs to prove that he can handle
Good play.
when the play breaks down and things go wrong. Do we have Zach Tom at right tackle right now?
Say that again.
Do we have Zach Tom at right tackle right now?
Yep.
We've played him at just about every position on the offensive line. I think we just haven't done center, which is funny because that's what a lot of people thought he was drafted for.
Yeah. That was a bubble screen to Dobbs. Nothing going. 2 yards. That was a
Um,
pretty piss poor effort blocking by Amari Rogers too on that.
yeah, Dobbs had nowhere to go. There were like three defenders there right away.
I thought that Amar's effort on his man was pretty piss poor. But yeah, even if he did do a good job, he wasn't going to go anywhere. I can't believe we got
Love,
Van Lanen out there already.
uh, dude, Hanson. This is offseason number 3 here,
They
and
say that
like,
he showed so much growth.
dude, I just watched him whiff a block. Um,
Wow, that was a good just like Red Sea part on that run there. That was a good
yeah,
run.
but Van Lanen and Newman both blocked very well there, and but like I said, like Hanson, he goes up to the second level looking for a guy and just completely whiffs. Um,
Yeah, Hanson didn't do anything on that run.
yeah, it looks like Newman was really driving his man there. Newman to me plays much better as a guard than he does as
I
a
like him. I mean I don't love him. He plays better at right. I thought he was beginning to figure it
Zach
out in the second.
Dobbs. Oh man,
Good play.
that was a nice, strong. Just grabbed it with his hands, touchdown, back
If
shoulder.
if they show that play again, watch right guard. Watch Royce Newman on that. He got hell of a push on that one too. Like that's who I was staring at on that throw. I was staring at Newman. I was like, holy shit, he got up to that second. That's a good throw by Love.
Yeah, also Dobbs
But
showed some ups there.
yeah, that's back-to-back weeks for Romeo Dobbs catching a touchdown.
We're giving him a lot of work, man. We haven't seen what is it, Samori Tour? Is it Samurai Tour? Samori?
Yeah, we'll probably see him in the second half. I would imagine.
I wonder if we pull Dobbs or if we keep playing him.
I I'm gonna imagine Samari Toure's fate is gonna be he gets released at the end of camp and we try to bring him back for practice squad.
Yeah, I mean, I've read that he's been making a lot of plays and showing improvement, and I don't know, man. Like
I
you
don't
look
think
at
we keep
look at
more
our
than
receivers. We've got Watkins on a 1 year deal. This is Cobb's last year. Uh,
they're
Laz-
both locks for the season though.
Lazard is,
So Cobb's gonna be on the team this year though.
yeah,
Sammy's gonna be on the team this year.
yeah. No,
Lazard.
I agree. They're all locks, but what I'm saying is, if you take an eye toward the future, our top three receivers are only guaranteed here for 1 more year. Um, they might take a long term view and decide to keep 7 wide receivers this year instead of 6. In which case you go Watkins, Lazard, Cobb, Watson, Dobbs, and then I think it's you got Winfrey, Tor, Rogers. I think those three are fighting for 2 spots.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I think I could even see us keeping. I mean, there's a part of me that thinks like maybe we just keep 5 receivers. So I think 6 is the magic number. I think we keep 6.
Just 5? Who would you
Yeah,
keep?
we're gonna not agree on this. All right, Lazard, Cobb, Watkins, Christian, and um Dobbs. I forgot about my Rogers. So yeah, 6. All right, not 5. I think we'll keep 6. Unless we cut Sammy, but I don't think we do because he's not even suit up for tonight.
Yeah, I at one point in the offseason, I thought it was a possibility because it would be really cheap to cut him, and he started training camp injured. But he's one of the few like proven NFL starters. He can play as a number one receiver. He can play the X position. Um, so
If
he,
we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, who would you want to cut? Cobb or Watkins?
oh, Cobb all day.
Same. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Versace's gonna have a fucking hernia at halftime.
So yeah, so this kickoff, Saints muff it at the 1. So usually when that happens, you tackle on a guy around like the 15. This guy gets it out to the 30. Like, why are special teams just perpetually terrible in Green Bay?
We haven't had good special teams since '96. We've been cursed. We've been cursed by Desmond Howard.
The curse of Desmond Howard.
1st and 10. They saw Ian Book out there. They
Ooh,
do.
ooh,
Good hat. Who was
Barnes.
that? Barnes. Chris Barnes. Man, he was a serviceable starter last year, and this guy's coming off the bench for us this year. Love, love our inside linebacker depth this year.
Dude,
For the first time in forever, we got solid inside linebacker play.
like, so we drafted Quay Walker, and I see a lot of fans now like, oh, Chris Barnes is a bum. So glad to replace him. Like, I remember multiple games last year where he was out there making impact plays. Do we get a pick here?
Oh, Rico Gafford, did he get the pick?
No, they're calling it a 3rd and 9.
Fuck.
I want to see this here. Come on, show a replay.
I like that they gave Rico Gafford Sam Shields his old number.
So Barnes almost gets the pick, and then
Oh yeah, that definitely hits the ground.
yeah, Gafford had a chance but wasn't really ready. 3rd and 9. But yeah, dude, Chris Barnes, like, yes, he struggles in coverage. And that is a
Jesus.
liability in today's NFL. Having said that, he's a proven starter. Like,
Mhm.
I love having him as our 3rd linebacker. Frankly, I could see him in starting packages on 1st down. Like, he's a thumper. He has called the plays before. He's worn the green dot play caller. Uh, he he's an awesome guy to have on this team.
And I imagine he plays a lot of special teams for us this year too. I would not want to get hit by Chris Barnes on a kickoff return. I know that.
Defense swarms this run.
Love
Nowhere
that.
tackle for a loss. Dude, Barnes is out there with energy right now. He's flying to the ball.
The one position I've never thought I would say is I'm not worried about at all on our defense this year is inside linebacker.
Yeah.
I think it's outside of like the top corners there. Like we got three good corners. I mean, we got depth for days at the inside linebacker, good solid play. Hopefully neither Quay or Devontae goes down, but if they do, I'm fine having Chris Barnes play.
2nd and
Get there.
11. Chris Barnes with nice coverage there. Book had all day. Couldn't find anyone open, so he tries to check down to the running back. Barnes was in tight coverage, reaches out his hand, breaks up the pass.
Our week one games against Minnesota is a 4 o'clock game.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think it's prime. I don't think it's prime time. Good sticky coverage on the outside on that one.
Dude, Barnes is playing with a
3rd and
different
11. I'm looking immediately for Enagbare, 55. There he
Yeah,
is, bottom of the
you can see
screen.
him. He's coming. Slow get off there. I didn't.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was a low effort play by.
And first down.
Oh shit! Who is down?
That looked like a non-contact injury.
Is this
I can't.
McDuffie?
Yeah, that's McDuffie down.
They're not. The camera's not showing, so maybe it's just a hard fall and he got back up. Game didn't stop or anything, so he's not out there right now though.
He probably well, I think he did it right next to the Packer sideline.
It looked like he fell hard on his shoulder.
Yeah, could have I don't know, jacked up his shoulder, stinger. Maybe broke his wrist or something. Who knows?
Yeah, well, let's hope that didn't happen.
Let's hope not. 60. Who's that guy?
Is it Chris Slayton maybe? Because we got
TJ Slayton.
No.
We have Chris Slayton.
There's 2 Slaytons on the roster now. We got
Is
TJ
there?
and then Chris Slayton was like a training camp body who actually put up a big stat line last week.
Get him. Gaff or who's ever assignment that was just lost his man. Probably his zone assignment though, I'm guessing.
Well, it looked like it might have been the outside linebacker's responsibility, and he came after the quarterback instead. 54. I wish I knew all these numbers. Is 54 Garvin?
We're gonna be playing a lot of man coverage this year. I saw, or one of the coaches said that we'll be playing lots of just man, like our best players against your best players.
Well, hey, we've got the secondary to do it.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see too much zone this year.
So this looks like a false start on New Orleans.
Heard there was a little bit of a scuffle. It got the kibosh pretty quick, but a little bit of scuffle between Jarvis Landry and Eric Stokes in camp yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Stokes has not really been having a great camp.
No, Dobbs been putting some moves on him, like making a play on him every day. Seems we got Devontae Wyatt out there too right now.
Fumble and recovered by someone with dreadlocks. I can't.
Atari Bigby! Look at Atari Bigby go!
Atari Bigby, man. Is he still in the league? No, he's
got no.
Who
Atari
is
Bigby was like playing when Brett Favre played.
Yeah, you're right. So that was just a bad snap. Ball actually somehow bounces toward Green Bay, And number 30, whoever the hell that is,
I can't even see because of his dreads there. Is that Sean Davis?
I don't know, man. I've never even seen Sean Davis. But he picks it up and he runs, probably picks up 30 yards on the return.
We're just gonna call him Charlie Bigby Jr. Just made the team.
All right. I mean, New Orleans, they
Wow,
were
that place is packed for a preseason game.
yeah, and it's not like preseason tickets are cheap or anything.
I know. I think this is the only home preseason game we have this year. I think we're back on the road next week.
I'm not sure.
I know this is the year that we don't get the extra home game. It's we got an extra away game, and plus that London game.
Well, I think that
That is the away one.
yeah, because it's supposed to be a home game, but it's actually in London, which that is BS.
Not
yeah,
fans about going to London.
yeah, especially like
Mhm.
honestly, if we have to play an international game, I would feel more comfortable playing a very good team. We're playing the Giants, and it's just like you add in the uncertainty of the travel and just the different environment, and it's like, does this level the playing field in some way for a poor team like the Giants? I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And I know this is the Packers' decision to do this, but the NFL gave them the option of having their bye week right after their London game, and
Which would have been week 6.
yeah, and they're like no, because they wanted it later in the year. So
Yeah, so the NFL, like, I feel like they're almost being spiteful with this. They're like, all right, we're gonna give you literally the latest bye week that has ever happened in the NFL season.
it's like week what, like
Like,
13?
no, it's later than that. It's at least 14, if not 15.
Jesus.
It's super late. Like, we are gonna be hurting by the time we get to that bye week. All
Ours
right.
last year, I think, was like week 7. I think we had last year. We usually have earlier bye weeks historically. Wow, we still have Goodson out there. Or
Uh,
Taylor,
yeah,
my bad,
yeah.
not
And
Goodson.
dude, actually, he looked pretty like slow and plodding on that run. He actually, for once, had some good blocking. He only had to beat one man, and he couldn't do it. Gets 5 yards, but if he beat that guy, he could have been off to the races.
How many running backs do you think we'll keep? I think we run a whole lot more this year, but I still think we only keep 3.
Dude,
And
honestly,
maybe
I think we only have 2 worth a roster spot. Um,
well, I think Kylan Hill is gonna be on the active roster, so then
well,
there'll be
I think he starts
3.
PUP.
You think he starts the year on PUP?
It's not practicing yet. So on that second down there, Love fired a quick slant toward Winfrey, who was in very tight coverage. And I don't know, I didn't get a great look, and they're not showing it again, but it didn't look like Winfrey even made a play for the ball. So
Third and
we're at third and
5.
5. Ooh, bad pass by Love.
Yep.
That was off target. Probably could have been a first down to Amari Rogers if that pass was on target. So we got 45 out there lining up for kick.
Hey, get off there. Get.
I forgot you got a cat. What's its name?
That one's Tundra.
Oh yeah, you got what, the
2.
Frozen
Lambo and
or Lambo and Tundra?
Tundra. I don't know where Lambo is. Up to no good.
All right, kicker drills it down the middle from a pretty good distance.
Fuck it. Cut Mason Crosby. This kid's the future.
Yeah, like, all kidding aside, though, I'm starting to get worried Crosby is not going to be healthy for the start of the season.
I guess
Um,
he was kicking some soccer balls in practice like a week and a half ago,
I
but
don't give a fuck about soccer.
I, I think this is probably Crosby's last year too, potentially. Like, I don't know how he came in like same year Rogers came in, I believe, or maybe the draft right after.
I think it may be the draft right after. I mean, I remember he was kicking for us in the NFC Championship game with Favre.
Yeah, with the Giants there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think he was taken in the same draft as Nick Collins. I think he was
What a
like,
shame about Collins. He was really just coming into his own as an elite safety, and just freak injury.
to this day, he's still my favorite safety Green Bay's ever had.
Really, more than the
Yeah.
Lord Butler.
Yep.
All
I
right.
mean, Butler was the better safety, but I mean personally liked Nick Collins.
Oh,
I think
hey,
Nick,
Nick Collins had a hell of a play in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
yeah, he was just a playmaker, man. He just, as you said, he had a rough start, really started coming on, and he was playing the best football of his career when he got hurt.
Dude, I loved that Super Bowl secondary. Like you look back and we had Charles fucking Woodson, like one of the all-time best defensive players. Um, Tremont Williams, Sam Shields, Nick Collins. Like that secondary was loaded, man.
Who was our other starting safety of that game?
I don't know, probably Charlie Pepper or something.
Yeah, I think it was Pepra. I think it was Pepra. Yeah. And then what's his face made that pick in there too, like the
Jared
special.
Bush.
Yeah, Jarrett Bush, great, one of the best Packer special teamers ever.
Yeah, he was a guy who he made the team on special teams,
Yep.
and every year he just improved a little bit, a little bit. He was a solid depth player, and then comes up with a huge play in the Super Bowl. Like we need more players like that who just keep showing that incremental improvement, earn their spot on the roster.
Who do you think does kickoffs for us this year? Do you think it's O'Donnell or do we put Crosby back there again? Like with his knee and stuff, I don't know if we do Crosby for kickoffs.
I
But
mean,
O'Donnell's no spring chicken either.
I agree with you that I personally I wouldn't feel great about stressing Crosby's leg more. But throughout the entire offseason so far, have we had O'Donnell do any kickoffs? It, not to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge either. And that
So
was the
like
camp. That was the
if
camp leg right there
yeah,
too. That did that.
if he's not practicing, then I have to assume we're gonna have Crosby keep doing it.
And I'm sure he'll be fine, but I don't. I mean, I would just have questions whether Crosby can just boot it out of the end zone like he could earlier in his career. Like
He hasn't been able to boot it through the end zone for like the past two,
I
3 years.
don't. And at that point, I don't feel great about our special teams. Everyone being able to return on us constantly.
Yeah, no, I honestly I kind of felt like this offseason would have been a good time to try to move on from Crosby. Um, I think he'll have a better year than he did last year. I think a lot of his issues were related to the blocking, but he's not
Dude,
getting better.
we still got lawn snapper issues. We just cut the lawn snapper that was projected to be our starter last week, and the guy we signed off the street last week is like the only one that we got at the moment. The Jack Coco or something like that is his name.
Yeah, and so I was actually reading. I read like a fan comment about this that made me think, because like you think like long snapper, like come on, how hard can that be? Just find one, like have your center do it or something. But like this fan pointed out, like when a team finds a good long snapper or just a serviceable long snapper, these dudes have like 15-year careers and stick with the team. Like it it must be harder than you think to find a good long snapper.
It probably is. It's like the precision and the timing and everything's just got to be perfect every single time.
Oh, Papa needs another PBR.
Oh, there's Lambo. What's up, buddy?
So did you get them as kittens?
Yeah, got one at 12 weeks, the other at 16 weeks. Like pretty much at the earliest that you can get them away from their litter.
Yeah, are they everything you dreamed and hoped for?
Well, they're Packer fans, so yeah.
Have you like painted their litter box with the Vikings logo?
uh I do have 3 different litter boxes throughout the house for them right now. So actually it's not a bad idea. I'm gonna do a Lions for one, Bears for one, and Vikings for the other one.
That might be the best idea we've ever had.
Right.
Frank. All right.
I was watching that Netflix thing, the Untold documentary, and it was about Manti Te'o and his hoax, like his fake girlfriend he had there. Like he got catfished there.
There's a
And
big screen by New Orleans that had daylight for like 20, 30 yards there.
Sarah's never heard of that Manti Te'o story, him being catfished. And then she asked him like, does he still play? I go, I have no idea. I don't think so though. And she said, no, he last played for the Bears in 2020. And
Oh, really?
I go, shit, that's worse than being catfished.
You think the Bears end up trading Roquan Smith?
No. Ah, no.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense for them to do it. He's literally their best player, and he's young.
Yeah, they kind of wanted to build around him, I would assume.
But I could also see him forcing their hand. Like
He wants to be paid like $19 million a year.
dude, and the Bears cap space is not a problem for them. Like if he wants that money, they could pay it to him. So they're making an active choice that they don't think he's worth that much. I could see him just being like, F it, dude. I'm gonna sit until you trade me. I don't want to play for this garbage franchise.
Oh, Burn Scott's getting looked at by a trainer. What's up with him?
He's sitting next to Jordan Love. Love
Looks like a shoulder.
Love sitting there shaking his head. One thing that I don't love about Jordan Love from what I've seen thus far is the guy doesn't show like any emotion at all.
No,
Like
I haven't seen much emotion out of him.
like Rogers, I think shows toxic emotion with all of his like eye rolling and
Yeah.
scowling and everything. Favre, like he showed the kind of emotion that inspires your
He
team.
kind of set the metric. He set the bar. He set the bar real high.
But dude, like Jordan Love, like sometimes you wonder, like, hey man, are you like dialed into this game? Do you care about being here right now?
He's probably just pissed that we even drafted him. Like 3 years in, he's like, I'm still sitting this fucking bench.
Dude, if Jordan Love had to start in his first or even his second year, he'd be out of the league.
I had this thought the other day that the way things are going, what if like worst case scenario happens and Jordan Love walks? Like we basically gotta let him go because Rodgers is still on team and his rookie deal's up. I could see him signing with like Detroit. Like that would be the successor to Goff. Or if they get rid of Kirk Cousins, because he's getting up there too for Minnesota, and then watch that motherfucker just terrorize us for like the next 10 plus years.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that because it's.
I
I feel like it's an entirely likely possibility.
yeah, I felt like that's what pop made me kind of be like shit. Is I was like, I could totally see that happening.
Vernon Scott, I think, heading to the locker room now.
I
Seems to be
love
rolling his pectoral.
I love watching preseason games because we literally just had the camera focused on him for the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's nice to not have all these commercials.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like New Orleans they they've been getting some good push when they run the ball.
Oh fuck! I just saw what Vern Scott happened to him. That could be he could have tore something there. That could be real bad.
I didn't see it, but him walking the locker room right now,
He
he's
uh
down.
he tried to arm tackle him, and the running back just tore through his freaking arm.
Second string defensive line not getting a lot of pressure. Dude,
Chris Barnes in on
we've
the
been
play.
at like the 2 minute warning. Like it's been under 2 minutes and 30 seconds for like the last 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard anything about how Devontae's been looking out in Oakland in training camp or anything? I mean, probably amazing, but oh, I think Barry got around that corner real nice. Slayton with the big guy tracking Book down.
I think Barre kind of flies in there for a bit of a late hit there. Um, what are you throwing a flag for here? Is this offsides? False start. No, I haven't read anything about Devontae. All I can say is you want to win your fantasy league this year, take one of the Oakland skill position players because they, between Adams, Waller,
Waller and Renfro.
Renfrey, and Jacobs, like they are gonna tear it up.
They're in a tough division though, but yeah, they're still gonna tear it up. They're in. I think Chargers have a fucking hell of a team this year.
Dude, honestly, I think Chargers are gonna finish number 2 in the AFC behind the Bills. Um, I really like the Chargers roster right now,
Same.
and I think Joey. Ooh, is this picked?
Come
Who
on, did he
jumps
get his
out?
feet down? Did he get his feet down?
46. Who's 46?
I don't even know.
It was a nice pick. He leapt out there for it. Um, who
Is he
the
going to
hell is
Lambeau Leap?
this? The
Someone.
receiver balls. Vaughn? Is that wait, I literally can't even see this. It's a pick though. Like gets his knee down
Did I
and
just
bounces
see? Did I
onto it.
see Abernathy?
I don't know who this dude is,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Like
Abernathy.
just sign him. I've never heard of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
All right. Well, this gives us another chance to see Jordan Love before the end of the first half,
yeah.
presumably. Yep, Abernathy. Have never heard of this dude. I also noticed they were doubling Enigbare on that play.
Yeah. Earlier in the week, he made like 3 disruptive plays like in a row, like boom, 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 and he's been solid. He's probably our third edge rusher. Like
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be Randy Ramsey, but it's probably gonna be Edik Barre.
dude, he wasn't doing anything at the start of training camp, but like once the pads really started coming on,
Mhm.
and he could put his power to use, like he's looking a lot better than a 5th round pick so far. I
Yeah.
agree. I do think he's probably our third edge. I think Jonathan Garvin's probably our fourth.
Yep.
Uh, and
And
if we
then
keep a
and then
fit,
Galea, maybe
may,
Tippa makes it.
maybe Galea,
But
maybe Hamilton. I'm not enthralled about either.
same. I mean, I'm
Kobe
not super
Jones. Kobe Jones is a guy who's been making some plays
I'm
lately.
not super jacked up about Jonathan Garvin either. But I mean,
Garvin has unreal strength. He just needs to learn to combine it with some speed and flexibility. Like he relies too much on his strength.
Yeah. I mean, that was his kind of MO coming out, was he was just, athletically super gifted. But it's just super raw, not far from a polished product. I think this Abernathy is someone that we got from the USFL.
I like that the USFL exists again. Just because, like, I think some sort of developmental league is good for
Well,
those
we're
here.
about to have the XFL again too now. That's coming back next year. I think they're reviewing it to see if it was a pick. I can't tell if he got that knee down with
Dude, I
possession
think
of the
that's a
ball.
pick all day.
Yep, they did give it to him. All right, Jordan Love out there, 5 wide already. Wow.
Oh, I think that was Newman just got beat badly and Love takes
Yeah.
well just pushed right into Love's
All right,
face.
who do we got out there? We got Mari Rogers. I saw that. Juwan Winfrey. Do we got Dubes back out there? Or
Dubes.
Dobbs?
I'm
I
gonna
think
start
I
calling
think
him Dubes. I like that more. The Duber.
the Dubester. Surprised we cut Malik Taylor like like week 2 of preseason, but
Oh, come on. I don't think that's a fumble. I think that's a drop, but is that
Tyler
tech?
Davis is having, I don't know how he's been looking in practice, but in these last 2 preseason games, he's looked like hot garbage.
I've also read that he's been practicing very poorly. Like he's literally playing himself off the roster. Um, does not look good at all. I don't agree that this is a fumble though. I think this is a dropped pass. He turns. He doesn't even take a step. All he does is pivot his hips. That's a drop pass.
He did catch it at his chest and brought it down to his stomach. I don't know if they're gonna call that.
I
Yeah,
don't do if you don't even
yeah,
take a step though. I don't know that you can say you've
they
taken
gave it to him.
did a football move.
The I can't. He ain't gonna make the team. I know they were pretty high on him too. Like they like his skill set and what he brings to the table, but he's
Well,
had.
and I also thought toward the end of last year when he started seeing more playing time, he jumped out to me a couple times. I thought he looked kind of good. I almost wonder if the hype this offseason got in his head.
I think I remember him playing fairly well in that Detroit game in week 17 or 18.
Yeah.
Week 18.
So New Orleans opens with a run and they take a timeout. Um, wonder if they're just playing for a field goal here. It'll be interesting to see how the defense responds here. You know, they just got off the field with a big turnover, and then immediately have to go back out there. Are they going to show some juice and put a stop to this?
I'd like to see some pressure put on him because they're already in field goal range.
Mm.
Wow, they go with a run play. Wow. And they pick up a good chunk of yards too. Pick up that first down.
Dude, the second team defensive line has not been playing the run very well.
Do we have Devontae Wyatt out there?
I think we do.
We do, yeah. 95.
He actually just got blasted. Well, he was double teamed on that play and just got blasted off the line.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet so far. I mean, the first couple plays looked like he was going to start making his impact felt early. He's just kind of been swallowed up. I haven't seen much of anything from Devontae Wyatt the rest of this first half. He's not even in there anymore.
Touchdown.
Yep. I wonder if we see Andy Dalton in the second half, but they're probably.
Dude, Dalton's their number 2. I think Well,
Or
I
we
don't
might
know.
just
Who
see
else are they? Taysom
Taysom
Hill?
Hill. Yeah, we might
Who's
see
40?
Taysom.
40 got beat badly there.
Wilson, or is that Galea? Is that Tippa?
Oh, well, I mean, if it was Tipa, it's not his responsibility to be that deep in coverage. I guess it would fall onto someone else then. All right. Well, New Orleans draws closer, making it 13-10 Green Bay. 12 seconds left in the half. You got to think it's just going to be a kneel down. Yeah, it was Tipa. It
Yep.
looks like Tipa and um whoever dreadlock man, Charlie Big Bird Jr.
So this is kind of a trend I'm seeing now where teams are doing joint practices now more and more. Do you do you think Green Bay ever travels for a joint practice in the future? I mean, Mark Murphy came out and kind of said like the reason they haven't is because their fans are so important. You know, they do the whole like, the bike riding thing every day for practice, and it's this whole experience thing. I wonder if Green Bay is ever just going to be like super picky and be like, nah, we ain't ever fucking traveling for joint practices.
I wouldn't, man. I don't think you get a lot of benefit out of it. Actually, LaFleur already complained about having to travel to San Francisco for the first preseason game. He's like, it really throws off our clock, and it's a long season.
Mhm.
We should only play regionally in the preseason. Kind of sounded like a whiny bitch, if I'm being honest.
I don't think he likes playing San Francisco at all. It was also kind of fucked up that the NFL made us play San Francisco in the first preseason game after, you know, playoffs last year. But whatever.
All right, well that's the end of the half. You wanna run us through some stats?
Yeah, let me see what we got here. Where is it? All right, Jordan Love. He's 9 for 16, 93 yards passing, one touchdown, no interceptions, one sack. He's got a QB rating of 94. I mean, better than last week. Three picks. What did you think of Jordan Love's picks last week? Like, were they on him at all, or should he just be absolved of all three of them? I know Rodgers kind of came out and said like none of them were his fault.
I mean, two of them literally bounced off receivers' hands. I don't think you can blame him for that. The third one, even though Amari Rogers was in the wrong place, Love needs to like recognize that and pull up at the last second, even if it means tucking and running or throwing it away.
Mhm.
Like, yes, you expect your receiver to be in a place, but you still need to like observe the field before you release.
Tyler Goods, no, Patrick Taylor's got 8 carries for 27 yards. However, it's actually Tyler Goodson who has the most yards. He's got 5 carries for 38 yards with
Yeah,
a 1
Goodson
15.
actually, I felt like when he came in, he got some better blocking. Particularly it seemed to be on the left side,
Hmm.
and he was making some headway there.
Yeah, Goodson's averaging 7.6 yards for us right now, while Taylor's sitting at 3.4.
Dude, I
Uh,
will say this: Taylor looks slow. He looks
yeah.
slow as shit. Which, like, at running back in the NFL, like, I don't know, man. There's so many guys out there competing. I think you need to bring one special skill to the table.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if Patrick Taylor's that guy.
Yeah. Would you even keep him on your practice on the practice squad though, or just
Yeah,
see
no,
if
I mean,
and do something?
I think he's a guy who he's shown he can be a reliable pass protector,
Hmm.
and he can pick up 3 yards on a run. So like in an emergency situation, you need to pull up a practice squad guy. Like I don't worry about him fumbling really.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, like he's not bad, but dude, he doesn't excite me like Kylan Hill excites me.
I'm excited to see Dexter Williams in the second half here. I'm not saying like he's gonna probably make the team or anything, but when asked about it, when asked why they brought back Dexter Williams, Goop said that he's in phenomenal shape, like really good shape. So we'll see if he can't put a little dent and stand out. As for our receivers, let's see. Both Juwan Winfrey and Doobie Snacks there are tied with 5 targets. They both have 3 receptions. Winfrey's got 41 yards. Doobs has 24 with a touchdown, though. Other than that, it's kind of a whole lot of nothing. DeGora's got a catch. Goodson's got a catch. Tyler Davis has a catch and a fumble. Oh,
Tyler Davis straight playing himself off the roster.
New Orleans had Chris Olave out there. I didn't even
I don't
realize
think.
it.
Yeah, did he get any catches?
Yeah, he leads them with 2 receptions for 28 yards and 3 targets. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm listening to the game with the sound off, so I wasn't even paying attention to it. But yeah, he played. Uh, And our defense, no sacks. 1 tackle for loss, which is Sean Davis. 2 pass deflections, Barnes and Abernathy. And Abernathy with the interception. Corey Walker had 2 total tackles, 1 solo. Devontae Wyatt also has 2 total tackles with 1 solo. And Agbari's got 1 total tackle. Um, it's about it. Rico Gafford's got the only kick return so far for 18 yards. And Pat O'Donnell had 1 punt for 39 yards.
Um, so just going off the eyeball tests, who stood out to you as like, hey, you belong on an NFL roster, like you could be a difference maker?
Juwan Winfrey uh, played well. So did Romeo Dobbs. They're those two, But I mean, a couple mental errors there with Romeo, but those ones kind of stood out. I thought Vernon Scott was looking all right at safety too until he got hurt. Chris Slayton was playing all right in the man in the middle there. I liked his hustle. As for the offensive line, I thought Cole Van Lannon looked okay. He didn't seem like a liability, and Jake Hansen looked okay. Not a great push, but didn't seem like a liability. Zach Tom did not look that great from what I could see. I haven't seen. Oh, and Chris Barnes playing really fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. So my observations, I thought it was clear that Chris Barnes, just like the way he was playing, the speed, the intensity, and like controlled, not just wild, like, hey, I'm fighting for a roster spot
Mhm.
intensity. Like, he knew how to go out there and hit a guy and break up a pass. It was obvious to me that he was a man with starting experience. I thought he was stood out the most to me. I thought Barre also showed a lot of positive.
Yeah, yeah.
He has more quickness than I expected off the edge, and frankly, like he's known for his power. If he can develop some technique, get some moves, he could develop into something nice.
I think. I mean, those edge rushers. It's hard finding an impact edge rusher on day 3 of the draft. I mean, those suckers just go so early in the
Hey,
draft. Like teams just gobble them up.
Zadarius Smith, he was a fourth rounder, I believe.
Was he?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it
believe.
took him a little bit to kind of come around, but yeah, when he did, he was solid. If we found a gem in the fifth or sixth round on Akbari,
Yeah.
go
Well,
goo.
and also you gotta remember that because of the way that COVID affected everything, and players kind of sitting out seasons, delaying when they declared stuff like that. I think that this draft was deeper than your typical draft, and maybe a fifth round pick in this draft might have typically been a fourth round pick. Um, so yeah, I liked Enigbare. I thought Shamar Jean Charles actually stood out to me in a pretty positive way. Um, I'm trying to think of who else on defense.
Abernathy's our fucking third safety now,
Yeah,
automatically.
Abernathy and Atari Big are there. They had nice plays, like just they seized opportunities. It didn't necessarily stand out as like, wow, they made a great play. It was more
Yeah.
like, hey, you were in the right place at the right time. Um, Guys I would have liked to have seen more from on defense. Definitely Quay Walker. Like I feel like I didn't notice any impact from him. Devontae Wyatt, like he got a couple nice pushes, but he played like a whole half and didn't really jump out to me too much. So the Rooks still have some learning to do on
Well,
off.
Clay's going to be a starter from week one. I don't think Devontae Wyatt starts for us, but
Yeah, Wyatt's going to
Clay's,
be rotational, dude. Our defensive
yeah,
line, frankly, could be the strength of the team.
it's deep for this year. And I guess I haven't seen anything about Jaron Reed. They're holding him out, but I think he's been as advertised. Not
Dude,
amazing, but
no,
solid, but
every
solid.
everything I've read about him in camp is that he has been lighting it up and like kind of like playing at an invigorated level that you have to go back like 3 or 4 years to he had like a 10 sack season or something. Like he had a crazy season for a defensive tackle. Um, and then he kind of fell off since then. But I've read nothing but good things about him this offseason, and I think he's our clear cut number two behind Kenny Clark at this point.
And his MO is like stopping the run, like first and foremost, which is something that we struggled heavily with last year. I really think you're going to see Kenny Clark playing more as like not as an edge rusher, but as a defensive end. And
Mhm.
you're going to see Reed and TJ Slayton rotating kind of that middle spot. And we'll put Kenny in there, from time to time. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude. I mean, I think the rotation we're gonna have on defensive line, you got Kenny Clark, Jaron Reed, Dean Lowry, TJ Slayton, and then our first round pick Devontae Wyatt.
what
Like
about
that's
Heflin? You
I
think he makes it, or we cut him?
he's played pretty well. It's kind of a matter of like I just named five guys that I think they're locked for the team. Some people say that like maybe we try to trade Lowry, but I don't know, man. Like you're trying to compete for a Super Bowl and you want to trade away from one of the strengths of your team. I think a deep defensive line is like a key ingredient to the Super Bowl. So I think we got five locks there, assuming we keep Lowry. Do we keep a sixth defensive lineman?
Hmm. I think you're gonna see more like pass rush from our like defensive line, more like Kenny Clark's gonna be relied to kind of like help do more pass rush with Zadarius gone. Same with Dean Lally. And plus, I don't see us trade Dean Fran. Who you trade him for? A draft pick? That doesn't help you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, the only way I could see us trading him is like if it were for like a quality third edge rusher or like I don't know, maybe a safety if we were super
And
concerned
and you
savage.
almost never see player for player trades.
It happens sometimes, but not often.
Well, they're usually like low roster moves when it happens, like
Yeah.
bottom of the rosters. Like the last one I think Goot did was what's his face there? The corner that we traded to the Giants for their crap ass corner.
Oh yeah, we took Isaac Yidium.
We traded Josh Jackson for Isaac Yadam there, yeah.
Yeah.
Just two like I don't think either of the guys are playing for a team right now.
Dude, I thought it was interesting. The San Francisco game. There were two former Packers on that defense.
Played fucking really good, I thought. I thought they played really well.
Yeah, dude, Oren Burks, like he had like 9 tackles or something. He killed it. And then they also had Kadar Holman, who I know at one point in time we traded to the Texans for like a 6-rounder. So I guess he found his way to the Niners now.
Kingsley Kiki just got cut this week.
Yep, saw that.
Mhm.
Cut by the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Which dude, like he's a guy who flashed, but he must have effort problems or some sort of locker room problem. Because
I
like
think that's why he got cut. Was the
yeah, we
locker
cut
room
him.
thing.
We were pushing for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like it was a training camp cut. Like he was a rotational piece on a team heading to the playoffs, and we cut him. So like there has to be some sort of
And he was
personality.
and he was getting some time too, like some playing time. Wow.
Dude, this fucking kickoff return up to the 35.
I know. There's a flag out. Hopefully, it's just coming back with some holds. But Rich Bisaccia is not gonna be happy with the fucking performance of this special teams.
Dude, if I were Rich Bisaccia, I would be going to Gutekunst and be like, listen, man, I'm gonna light a bag of dog shit on fire on your porch every single day until you guarantee me, like, get me a kickoff specialist who can just blast it out of the end zone every single time.
It sucks that Chicago, who always has good special teams, and we had to go through Devin Hester bullshit for a decade. They literally took a guy who was projected going like the 5th or 6th round in the 3rd round, who's just like a special teams ace. That Bellis Jones. Like,
Yeah, dude, he had like a 50-yard return in the game last night. Um, like I kind of say it jokingly, but now that I think about it a little more, for as bad as our special teams have been, the advantage, like you could mitigate so much risk by having a kickoff specialist that just takes that entire play out of the equation. Like
yeah,
that might be worth a roster spot.
and with the percentage of players that you actually hit on in the draft, like I don't know, I feel like the specialist players probably, this is just my own opinion saying this, taking a specialist player with a draft pick probably has a higher percentage of hitting a home run than, you know, like taking a flyer on edge guy on day 3 or something like that. Like when you're a good special teamers, you're a good fucking special teamers. It's not too, it's more black and white. I think they got Ian Book still in there. It looked like.
Dude, I don't know what else they would do other than Taysom Hill. Like I don't know if they have like a total camp.
I guess they just don't have any need for, like, does Andy Dalton really need preseason snaps at this point in his career? Like probably not. So I get it.
Yeah,
Who do we have in there right now? Heflin. Ty Summers is in there.
ooh, 60. Is that Chris Slayton? Yep,
Yep.
Chris Slayton made a nice play. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage on a 3rd down run.
I've read some good things about Rasul Douglas in camp so far this year too. He's been playing well, and we're playing him at slot. He's gonna be our slot corner this year. So
Yeah, I've read that he's
Mhm.
adapted well to the slot, which honestly, like he's I know he's not the quickest guy, but he's so instinctive and he's also very physical at the line of scrimmage. I feel like the slot suits him well. And you know,
I he
maybe a
did
little
play
bit.
in the slot in Philly, and he didn't do that great, but it's different. He's a different guy now. So wow,
Well,
what
I
a
also
fucking punt! Holy
oh,
shit! Just let it go, dude.
yeah,
Holy hell!
Amari Rogers showing some indecisiveness there. Kind of calling back to last season.
Who the fuck is that punter? Why can't we ever get a punter like that?
Um, hell, what was I even saying?
You were talking about Rasul.
Oh yeah, I could see if we have like really quick, shifty guys lining up in the slot, like maybe then we slide Jair in. I do think Jair, like, he has all the skills to play the slot. Like, if their number one receiver goes into the slot, he should absolutely follow them. Um, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I like the versatility of if we could have both Douglas and Alexander, man the slot or the boundary, and then of course Stokes out on the boundary. And like Savage, when he's healthy, he's played a lot of slot snaps too.
Yeah, we did play him quite a bit last year at times in that
I
slot
think
there.
he, dude, I think he had like 300 slot snaps last year.
Did he?
He played a bunch, yeah.
He's
Um,
not he's not practicing yet either, is he? I mean, he should be ready to go for week one, but are we being overly cautious with him, or do you think that he could have something? He could have that nagging hamstring injury throughout the season.
I don't know, man. Like that's the thing with hamstrings. It's so often a recurring injury. Like I would probably just be overly conservative with him and shut him down for the whole preseason. Um, make sure he has time to heal. Because like safety is quite literally the thinnest position on the team. I don't want to be trotting Vernon Davis or
Yeah,
Vernon Scott or Sean Davis out there at
yeah,
safety.
I don't either. I'm I've said it to you before. I think I'm most scared about the depth in the secondary. If any of those players go down, I think that we're gonna have massive holes. Which it's a tall ask to have your entire secondary stay healthy the entire season.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, thankfully, like Amos has proven to be a very durable player. I don't know if he's missed any games for us. Savage, I think he's missed a couple here and there.
Yeah. Savage needs to have the best season of his career. I don't think that we've picked up his fifth year option. And
No,
unless he
we did.
did we?
Yep.
He still needs to have the best season of his career. He he, he was the first defensive back taken in that draft.
Yeah, traded up for him.
Yep.
Burnt a fourth round pick to move up. Uh, and like I was telling you this, you know, the other week. Every elite defense I can think of had elite safety play. Like I don't know why safety is such an undervalued position, particularly in Green Bay. We don't seem to care about it a lot, but like, oh, Jordan Love's still in third quarter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go. Who's 82? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're
Sure.
still going to get some meaningful like if we're going to podcast and do preseason. I like seeing like Jordan Love in the second half here. Speaking
Well,
of Rasul,
yeah,
there's the man himself.
I read that he was talking a lot of shit in
Ah,
scrimmages this week.
good. He's a smart guy too. He just like he's very studious. He's well spoken. I love listening to his
Aaron
interviews.
Rodgers gave very, very high praise to Russell Douglas. He compared his study habits. He said that it reminded him of Charles Woodson.
Yeah, I did listen to that interview. Yeah, really high praise.
So I mean,
we did give him a
I don't think we're
good
ever gonna
contract.
see a guy play like Charles Woodson.
No.
But if we can get like, listen, dude, you don't get 5 interceptions with multiple pick sixes on a fluke. Like he has the instincts and his as he's studying more and like learning keys, he could be our playmaker, man.
Dude, Pat O'Donnell does not have a good fucking leg.
Yeah, that was a weak ass punt. Special teams looking bad, man. Nothing has changed.
I think the whole Rich Bisaccia thing, I hope it fucking works out, but maybe we're just cursed. We gave this guy like probably like head coaching money to come fucking coach special teams again. We're talking about a guy who took over the Raiders last year and had them just a couple plays away from just going to the divisional game, or was it the divisional
Dude,
game where they lost?
he coached the hell out of that team.
Yeah,
Dragged
they
him
played hard for him.
like Derek Carr rallied to have Bisaccia as the head coach when they were trying to make their decision this offseason. I think Josh McDaniels is probably the better choice. But yeah, like his players, they love him.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. Like people try to say, like, oh, like it takes a few years to get the guys that you need on special teams. It can't be all coaching. You need players. Special teams is made up of backups. That's the way it is.
Yep.
Like you're gonna have turnover every single year. It's not like you draft like an elite special teams group over 3 or 4 years. Like you turn over and you use the guys you have available. So like I expect a fast improvement. And if I don't see it, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I'm saying. Did we name him our assistant head coach too, or is he just legit special teams?
Just legit special teams. All right. So after that punt, New Orleans opens up with a run for
Oh,
one.
wait, 3-and-out by Jordan Love.
Yeah, we probably should have paid closer attention to that.
They still they don't have Ian Buckin anymore, I don't think.
Oh yeah, they've got a new. Ooh, damn.
Oh, nope, it is Buckin. Never mind.
That
Wow, what a hit.
yeah, that
Terry
running
Bigby in there with a hit.
back. I wish I knew who this motherfucker was.
He's number 30, right?
40, or wait, 30. Yeah, you're right. 30. It's hard to see his number behind all those dreads. Guy must have been growing his hair his entire life.
Yeah, probably. Sean Davis. It's Sean Davis.
Oh, yeah. New Orleans, they are running with consistent success. Is Ty Summers down, right? Oh, no, all right, he's back up. Yeah, dude, New Orleans, we have not stuffed many of their runs.
And that was an Achilles heel for us last year, was run stuffing or stopping the run. Wow, Ty Summers got fucking sunburn.
I will say that for the most part, it seems like our backup secondary has been
They've
pretty
held their
sticky.
own, they've held their own against the backups of the Saints.
Yeah. 3rd and 4.
I'd like to see some pressure on this one.
Dude,
If I'm the
I kept
Saints,
reading all week long about how much we've been sacking their quarterback in the scrimmage. Like, let's see that in game. I want to see this quarterback get leveled.
right? No sacks in this game. We have not gotten to him once. He's clean too. We haven't even gotten a quarterback hit on him. Yeah, they pick it up.
lot of short passes.
We
Jesus, Ray Wilborn, inside linebacker there, showing that he deserves to be our fifth or sixth inside linebacker. Like just barely even reacted to the receiver.
mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That was a
Good
nice.
play.
I want to see
Who's
who
54? Well,
collapsed the blocking there.
that was Hamilton.
Well, yeah, he came in to clean up with the tackle, but
Yeah.
right in the middle of the line, their offensive line just collapsed, like no movement at all. Was that Chris Slayton maybe?
He's been the man in the middle for the most part there in the second quarter and starting off this third. He'd be number 60.
Oh, holy shit! Oh my god!
Wow. Holy shit. Do you see Heflin down there? Yeah,
Yes,
call a timeout. Did you just
no,
think he was about to line up over at fucking corner?
yeah,
Like,
dude, at first I thought it was Ty Summers. I'm like, oh man, we're doing Ty Summers out at corner. No, this is Jack fucking Heflin. Confused as shit.
oh my god, he's got a good sunburn too. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what? Since it's preseason, I almost just wanted to fucking see it. I wanted to see it happen.
Just level the receiver.
Whoever like that receiver already had a cornerback on him too. Like he was gonna get doubled by fucking Heflin, whoever we had
Dude,
corner.
like why would Heflin even think that like just like run straight to the sideline? Like no one in no situation ever would you play cornerback. Ooh,
Uh
46.
nice tackle.
That was Abernathy making another play, man. He
Hey,
came in there and like that was a tough open field tackle, and he does it like one armed.
making the most of his snaps in the wake of the Vernon Scott injury there.
Yeah, man, Abernathy's popping right now. I see Jonathan Ford out there. He's a guy I want to keep my eye on.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll be a tight
Athletically
end
just
too.
super gifted.
Bad pass by Book
Yep.
into the ground. Puts him in 4th and 15. All right, come on. I want to see Jordan Love lead another touchdown drive. You know, he had the one touchdown to Dobbs. I'll give him that, but like things have kind of cooled off since then.
Yeah. To be honest with you, ever since the Saints did get that one touchdown there off our miscues, but I mean the game started off fast in sync, and we've just hit snags ever since then. Ever since the second quarter started, it's just been blah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Preseason football, I feel like you're gonna have like complete breakdowns where you get a big play,
Hmm.
or like if you're asking guys to march down the field on a 10-play drive, these dudes are too inexperienced. There's gonna be a mistake.
Are the, oh my god, this guy! I want their punter.
Yeah, their punter
Oh,
did a hell of a job.
are there are there any other players that you've heard of in preseason who've like really been standing out and getting some good hype? I heard George Pickens in Pittsburgh has been fucking balling
Oh
out.
yeah. You're talking to other teams. I've heard.
Yeah, yeah, from other teams, yeah.
I've definitely heard Pickens has been exceeding expectations.
Which is wild because that's a good receiving core. Deontay Johnson, George Pickens,
Well, I think
and
Chase Claypool.
Claypool.
I think Deontay Johnson said that Pickens is going to be a special player. Um, a lot of mock drafts linked Pickens to us.
Yeah. I think it was just kind of his attitude and his like work ethic on the field, which were kind of called into question, which is a reason for the slip. But
But
yeah,
I
he
mean,
was mocked in the first round by some mocks. So
and we also had the advantage of Eric Stokes played with Pickens. They were on the
mhm.
same Georgia team before Stokes came out, so we had some inside insight there. Um, and who knows if maybe there was something there that took Pickens off our board, or maybe we just liked Christian Watson more, and Pickens would have been an option if we couldn't get Watson. Um,
Did he go in the second round or did he fall to the third? I think he went in the second though.
Pickens, yeah, Pickens
Yeah.
went second. He went before we would have picked had we not traded up for Watson.
Yeah.
Um, man, I really hope that Watson can like at this point he's missed so much time. I don't think we can reasonably expect him to like catch up and be a regular contributor. I think we
Hmm.
need to design specialized packages for him that
Yeah.
take advantage of his skill set. I don't want to just completely waste his rookie year because he was injured throughout training camp. Like we need to get the ball in his hands somehow. Like he could potentially be the best athlete on our team.
Did your game just go black?
It did.
Okay. Saying I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I just got a black screen. Okay, there it is. No, I see something.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't like Dobbs. He's been balling.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs has been the only other player I've really heard of besides Pickens that's like standing out in a camp. So,
Oh shit, it's raining now.
oh, yeah,
It seems like a very sudden change. Like it's a lot of
right.
rain down. Um, do we still have Lovin? Oh my god, we're at like the two
He's
yard line.
Love's going to play into the fourth quarter. It looks like.
All right, we open with a run, picks up 2 or 3.
Who do we got in there now?
67 is one of our offensive linemen. Who's 67? Ooh, we do have
Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan in there.
I've heard of nothing from Sean Ryan in camp. Like he hasn't gotten any looks with the ones. He's been running with the twos and threes. And anything I have heard, he says he just looks like a rookie. He just looks.
Dude, he's a third round pick though.
I've heard better things about Zach Tom than I have about Sean Ryan.
I've heard that Zach Tom has more refined technique, but like he is so like his frame is so like slender and undeveloped. Like I don't think he's gonna hold up in a real NFL game this year. Like maybe after a year in an NFL weight room, he could be a nice find for us. But I'm not gonna be super hyped to see him out there this year.
So I see that we got Caleb Jones out there at
At left
left
tackle.
tackle, which I'm surprised unless he's still hurt.
He is such a big man.
I haven't seen any
Dude,
Rasheed
he just had a
Walker.
hell of a nice run block there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow. You see him just go flying too?
yeah, dude. Yeah, Rasheed Walker. I've heard that he just hasn't really done anything this
I
offseason.
mean, he was a seventh round pick.
Yeah.
So
Which I mean, he was a guy who
he was mocked to go higher than seventh though.
well,
Like they had him mocked in like the
some people said that the year prior he was being projected as like a second round pick, but then he played very poorly in the past year. And essentially he's a project who needs a lot of
yeah.
technique work.
He's probably one that sits on the practice squad. We'll
Well,
probably put him
and
on the practice squad.
I almost wonder if we're intentionally trying to bury him on the depth chart, not show him off at all in games, try to sneak him on the practice squad so we can work on his technique for a year.
He seems like a player probably where we're gonna put him on the practice squad, and if a team tries to make a play at him, we will give him a pay raise to stay on our team, which we've done that a few times before. I think that was like Yash was a guy that we did that with. Like another team tried to pluck him, and we just gave him
Yeah,
um
yeah. We
a
kept him
pairs.
for like
Yeah,
3 years
yeah.
without ever seeing the field before he was ready to play. And then when he was ready, he was ready.
Yeah, I could see us
Oh,
doing that with Rashid.
come on.
That's a
Jordan,
shit.
Jordan Love with a bad high pass kind of sets his running back up to get killed there.
I I'm not listening to what they're saying about Caleb Jones, but I did just look up what his measurements were. This this guy is 6'9", 370 pounds.
Did you just see that rep where
Oh
like
yeah.
he doesn't even put his lower body into it? He literally just pushes a dude to the ground. Um, Caleb Jones was like not on anybody's radar to start the offseason. He was an undrafted free agent. He has worked his way into the number twos. Um, and like honestly, the way our starting right tackle has played, whether that be Newman or Tom, I'm not opposed to giving Caleb Jones a chance to like, hey man, get your big ass in there, stand in someone's way until Elton Jenkins is
I
healthy.
mean, he's playing well right now. I mean, I would be nervous to have him out there against the teams like really elite edge rushers. Like you put him out there against like a Nick Bosa who can use leverage and like get underneath his pad level because he's so fucking tall. Like I don't know. I could see him having a hard time against that. But if he can stay in front, if he can stay in front of the edge rusher, nobody's getting around that guy.
Well, dude, and if you line him up with like a like Mercedes Lewis next to him,
Oh
imagine
yeah.
running behind that.
That wingspan he must have is math. Like his wingspan could touch you and me from like interstate right now. Love letting her rip. Ah,
I don't think it's is that inbounds?
mm,
Yeah, they're calling it first down.
all right.
Oh wait, no.
Ah, fuck.
Um, yeah, dude, that was Samori Tour. It's in his hands. Can't bring it in.
Yeah, he
Had a
dropped it.
step. Had a step. Dude, Caleb Jones looks like a man among boys out there. He is.
Yeah, and those are big boys on that line too.
Dude, just look at how fucking huge he is.
He stands out on tape.
Yeah, Mari Rogers still out there. I think he probably plays into the fourth. Um, I really want to see how Sean Ryan does. I would like to see some positive development from him.
Yeah, third round pick, and Goot has really good track record taking offensive linemen. So
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a very good track record in the third round, though. Neither did Ted
yeah,
Thompson.
yeah.
Fourth round, on the other hand, our fourth round's been money.
Fuck it. You know what? At this point, let's just trade all of our third round picks, package them with our first round picks, and move up a few spots in the first round
Dude,
every fucking year.
we keep burning fourth round
Yeah,
picks to move up in the draft. We do good with fourth round picks. Keep them.
yeah.
Burn the third. Let's move
And
up.
move up even more. Let's just
Yeah.
move up even more. I don't even know the last time we hit on a third round fucking draft prospect. I don't.
Or just like trade our third rounder down, collect more
Yeah,
fifths. Yeah, I don't know. I really I liked the Sean Ryan pick. I thought his tape looked really good. I thought he looked like a guy who could come in right away and like, yeah, I have some growing pains, but like I thought he would take a hold of a starting job, and he has just been pretty much invisible.
yeah. He hasn't gotten a single rep with the ones, despite even when like Elton and Bach being hurt. Third round pick. I feel like you might give him a shot. Like let him go up against like a Royce Newman or a Hanson. Like he's not even getting looks over Jake Hansen as a right guard or Newman. So I think he's just got some like he might just have to kind of sit for a year and still develop. I'm not sure what he's struggling with, but
Yeah, and I mean it. You wonder if it's not like we see him getting like beat badly or anything like that. Um, so you kind of wonder if he's not getting much practice with the ones and twos, is it a playbook thing? Does he not grasp the playbook?
He doesn't to me, he doesn't look he's not like a physical specimen. He doesn't look the part. He doesn't pass the eye test to me. He literally just looks like a fucking slob to me.
Sean Ryan?
Yeah. Like he just
I think he looks built like a Josh Sitton.
no, I mean that was me. Maybe it was just a couple pictures I've seen of him, but he wasn't visually impressive to me in any way. Wow, whoever 67 was just got their fucking lunch taken though.
67 is Hanson.
Okay, it was Hanson.
I'll say this, based on what I've seen so far, I think Cole Van Lanen is outplaying Hanson.
Yeah, I thought Van Lan's been playing very well.
3rd and 5, shotgun, empty backfield. Nice decisive pass by
Fuck
Love.
yeah, good catch by Mar. Oh,
No, I think he was on the ground before that ball comes out.
are they gonna give that to us?
I think so. Love goes through his progressions here. It looks like Rogers might be his 3rd read. Ooh, shit. This might not be a catch, though. I don't know. It's tough.
Ah,
It's
did the
it's
ground
in the
cause the
ground
fumble?
force an incomplete pass.
Were they gonna challenge us now? Oh my god,
Really?
Dennis
Really,
Allen, this
Dennis
is
Allen?
this is fucking preseason. You know what? Kyle Shanahan challenged to play last week too. I'm like, it's fucking preseason, you guys.
Yeah, dude, Dennis Allen, are you trying to cost a man his job right now? Because like Amari Rogers is like, please God, this challenge better hold up.
If I'm Amari Rodgers, I'm going over Dennis Allen right now, being like, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? I'm like, this is preseason.
All right, well, this is either a first down or it's going to put us in a 4th and 5.
You think Goot is just like fuck whenever he sees Amari Rodgers just fuck up?
Dude, Goot said that he thought about taking him in the 2nd
I
when we
know.
took Josh Myers. And then he's like, oh, wow, he's still here in the 3rd. We got to trade up and get this guy. I liked the pick at the time. I thought his tape looked good.
And we needed a slot receiver. Bad.
Dude, he is not
I mean, we
he's
still
not
do.
playing like the guy I saw on tape.
No. No, and a red flag immediately was the fact that he said this year he's in much better shape, and last year he just wasn't in good shape. What the fuck, dude? You are a rookie who just got drafted. Why are you not taking it serious and being in the best shape of your life as a rookie? That's a major red flag for you to admit that you were not in good shape for your rookie year and you didn't take it serious. I feel like you should definitely be taking it the most serious you've ever been when you're going through the draft process. Like you're going through the draft process. You're literally at the combine, and then you go through your first training camp. You're trying to like, I don't know. That one was just like, wow. I would not admit that to the press, but you did.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, so I've read some pretty good breakdowns from other fans, kind of talking about positional versatility and looking at Dobbs. He can play the slot and the boundary. Um, Lazard can play both. Uh, Winfrey probably can play both, but a little more boundary. Tor, he plays slot. Cobb plays slot. Rogers can't be a boundary receiver. He's exclusively a slot receiver.
Mm,
So he doesn't show the same versatility as other guys.
it's
He's going up
reversed.
against other like pure slot receivers who are ahead of him. Like if he makes this team, it's really based on his special teams play. And I will say we're not really giving him any returning competition. We did have Dobbs as a returner early in camp, but then we pulled him off it because we think we don't want him to get hurt.
We did have Rico Gafford for a couple, but
I think as a kick returner, not as a punt
yeah,
returner. Right now, Amari Rogers is doing both return jobs. Um, I'm a little surprised we're not giving him competition.
same.
And like I said before, dude, his body type, like I see a lot of similarities to Ty Montgomery.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised we don't do any kind of like line him up in the backfield. And is it going to be a handoff or a swing pass kind of thing? Like he's a guy who does well when you just get the ball to him in space.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say you don't see much of Amari Rogers this year again, like on offense. Nice play, nice run stuff.
And
Who
yeah,
was that linebacker that got in there? Is
54.
that is that Wilbon?
I no, I think 54 is Hamilton. Maybe. All right, Jordan Love is he's officially in
Done.
street clothes now.
He got out of that shit
Oh,
quick.
it was hard. Holy shit, him and
Oh,
Jordan Love look a lot alike.
I was like, holy shit, he got out of that quick. I was just gonna ask you about Alan Lazard. So Lazard's like our unquestioned wide receiver one going into the season. Like you're talking about a guy who was an undrafted free agent, got cut by the Jags, came to us, has steadily improved every year, and this man is our wide receiver one this year. Rogers even says it. How do you feel? How do you think Lazard does, like taking over the Devontae Adams role this year?
I think Lazard can be a good wide receiver too. And I think right now, because he's the guy who's been here the longest, he's de facto number one. But frankly, once we get a few games into the season, assuming he stays healthy, I think Sammy Watkins
Yeah,
actually becomes the number one. Um, and I think by the end of the season, either Dobbs or Watson is probably number one.
I would like to see hopefully Watson at least play in this third preseason game.
Um,
Otherwise, like I don't think Rodgers is gonna throw much to Watson when I mean he doesn't play in the preseason anyway, but it's a real bad look at the fact that he missed like the first couple weeks of training camp. Like those are critical reps that he missed out with Rodgers. And I'm glad he's at least getting some in training camp, but God damn it. Jesus.
yeah, I mean, you gotta think his calling card's gonna be the deep ball, and hopefully he can just beat his man so well that Rogers is like, oh fuck it, I'll take a shot down here.
That would just be wild if we trade up, we do all this Sundance to go get
We
Christian
the
Watson.
Vikings, no less. We trade
Yeah.
and gave on the point chart, we gave more value to the Vikings than we got in return.
I would laugh if Romeo ends up being the better receiver of the two. And he's just some guy that just fell to us in the fourth. I remember watching tape on Romeo and I liked his tape. I didn't think he was a first round receiver or anything like that, but I liked his tape. I was completely happy with the fact that we took him in the
Dude,
fourth.
I watched tape on like 20 receivers,
Yeah.
and literally Dobbs was like the next one on my list. And I'm like, you know what? I've watched enough. I'm like up to like fifth round. I'm good. Of course, we fucking draft Dobbs.
He was one that I did. Wow, Caleb Jones is just so fucking big. He's also the only offensive lineman that's got to be that guy and wear different colored socks.
It's funny to see Caleb Jones at left tackle, just absolutely massive. And then we got Zach Tom at right tackle, who looks like he could be like a running back or something. Like he looks small, man.
They did an interview in San Francisco with last week with who's their left tackle there?
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. Holy mother of God. That man is big, tall, strong, best in the league. Like he puts David Bakhtiari to shame, like from a physical body standpoint.
Well, Bakhtiari was always a smaller guy in terms of tackle. Like, dude, have you seen his college pics? Like, he looks like a
Yeah.
tight something. Hopefully Zach Tom can develop his body in the same way that Bakhtiari has and get bigger and stronger.
Trent Williams looks like a guy who would flip over a car by himself.
Dude, he looks like a silverback gorilla, man.
Yeah. Holy cow. I'm really hyped up for you gotta go do something.
Papa's got to take a quick tinkle break.
All right. I'll hold down the fort.
All right.
Well, not much to report. Commercial break. I like the fact that John Kuhn's getting a chance to do some commentary. He could be someone who's he's been someone the Packers are really bullish on. Why is that camera moving? Okay. Wow, for a preseason game, it's not sold out, but it's well over 50%. I would say it's probably about 75, 80% full capacity. It's a packed house in Lambeau tonight. Let's see if I can find anything about Vernon Scott. All right, Jordan Love. Back out there, fourth quarter. We pitch it to shit. Is that Dexter Williams? Flag on the play. Fouls on both teams. Those will be offsetting.
I'm back.
Good timing. We are back under center. You didn't miss much. It was offside penalties on both teams for the first play. Jordan Love playing into the fourth quarter. He might just play this whole game.
Wow, that's kind of surprising. I wonder. I wonder if we give him like light work next week, like maybe one quarter or something.
Yeah, probably. What I was doing right before he came back is I was looking up Vernon Scott. There's no official prognosis. They're still looking at it. There is a preliminary rumor that could be a torn labrum.
Ooh,
Yep.
that would probably be minimum 8-week injury.
Yep. Which sucks because he's the one who's been taking reps with the ones with Savage out. Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if that's the injury. I wonder if this forces Goop's hand in bringing in some veteran help.
Fuck no, we got Abernathy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if ever there were a game to like step up and flash, like it certainly gives him an opportunity.
He's definitely made the most of his opportunities so much. Oh, we got that tight end that we signed from the USFL, Canella, out there right now.
Jesus Christ, man. I got love playing with third stringers out here. Hope he doesn't get killed.
Oh, there he is making a play, picking up a first down on 2nd and 12.
Rumbling down.
Yeah, that's your fucking Tyler Davis replacement right there. Cut that bum. We got this guy. You know what? That could be why maybe we cut Daphne.
I've heard a lot of good things about Elise Mack, but I haven't seen him at all in this game.
I was trying to see who we have in that running back. It's 39. Is that Dexter Williams?
I think it's Goodson. I was surprised how much work we gave.
That is Goodson. Yeah. All right. Looks like we're just literally going to have Goodson and Taylor just rotate in this game.
Yeah, I would like to see like one big play from the offense before the end of this.
There's
game.
been no explosive plays from really either team in this.
Yeah.
Oh, they're focusing on Sean Ryan there. I'm going to try to watch Sean Ryan's tape a little bit more on this drive. Where do we have lined up? Left guard or right guard?
He's at right guard.
Right guard.
I mean, he got some nice push on that play.
Yeah.
We ran to the left side though and didn't have anything going over there. How about this? Because right now, like frankly, I'm not very interested in the skill position players we have out there. How about? Would you rather watch Sean Ryan or Caleb Jones?
Caleb Jones is probably the. Yeah, I
All
what? Okay,
All
I'll do Caleb Jones.
You want to watch Caleb Jones? I'll watch Sean.
All right. Yep.
Because I'm interested in these two guys. Also, I can try to keep my eye on Zach Tom while I'm watching Ryan.
Come on, is that Mari again?
Yep.
You gotta get better separation. They're not. Caleb Jones and that one just fucking brick wall.
Ryan, he got pushed back a little, but then he anchored after that. Like it wasn't a bad rep.
Did you just go to like the goddamn grocery store and get yourself a soda pop as well?
No, the lady went out and got us dinner.
Oh.
That arrived.
Oh fuck! There's a flag. Potentially.
Who just?
Or was it, or did they push him into their own guy?
Their returner just got leveled. How is there not a flag on this? I want to see this again. We had like two Packers players just plow into the returner.
Come on, you're not going to show they're not going to show a fucking replay. Yeah, he got fucking demolished. Yeah, Caleb Jones is just a brick fucking wall out there. You know what? Cut back to you don't even fucking name. We got Caleb Jones now.
Dude, I really like what I've seen from Caleb Jones so far. And I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I wouldn't trust him one-on-one against like a good edge rusher, but if you give him some help, like hell yeah, I'd run behind him.
You know, Bakhtiari might be just another player in the argument against just giving players insane guaranteed money, because he basically signed that extension for us, and later that season basically fucked his knee up bad enough to be out for 2 years.
Dude, that whole situation sucks so bad. And like I see so many fans now like, oh, it was stupid to give him that contract. I never would have done that. You don't pay anyone over 30. I was an advocate of the extension at the time. He was playing at a Hall of Fame level at a top 2 or 3 position on the team in terms of importance. And offensive linemen, like playing tackle, they tend to age well. Like good ones usually play well
Fucking
into their mid-30s.
Andrew Whitworth played till he was like 39.
Yeah, dude, like Trent Williams is another example. Like I think he's like 34 or 35.
Man
Like,
looks like he's 21 years old.
dude, like I was all for the extension of Bakhtiari, and like he was still playing well. That the season that he signed the extension, it was a total freak injury, and I just hope that he can return to like I don't know if he's ever going to be all pro again, but I hope that he can play at like a Pro Bowl level still.
Yeah, Trent Williams is 34 right now. Oh, they got Rodgers on commentary right now. I might want to listen to this. He's already bitching at the fucking fans for doing the wave.
I don't get that, man.
It says it messes with his concentration or something like that. He does not like it.
Can you imagine Brett Favre going out there and saying like, "Hey fans, please don't like celebrate in a certain way." It
Hey, hey
I'm
fans, shut the fuck up and have no fun when you're watching us play.
also I hate that Rodgers says it because like it literally just it broadcasts to the rest of the league. Like, oh hey, Packers are coming to play at our stadium. We should do the wave.
Yeah.
2nd and 5, New Orleans.
They have Ian Book playing just literally the whole game too. Oh. Oh. Can you hear me? Test.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, I pressed the button on my headset trying to move it. Holy shit! Did you just see Rodgers' stats? Like he put into perspective, last 2 seasons he's got 85 touchdowns and 9 picks. Wow.
I'm legitimately curious if he will end his career with under 100 interceptions.
He's at
I
what
think
right now?
I think he's
89?
at I want to say like 92 or 93.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Book with a deep shot, first one of the game.
Yeah.
Should have had to went right through the receiver's hands. 48 was in coverage. I don't know who the fuck 48 is.
Can you imagine if Rodgers finishes his career with under 100 picks?
Dude, can you imagine like a 500 touchdown, 100 pick? Like that's crazy. But at the end of the day, Brett Favre has the most interceptions of all time, and he has as many Super Bowls as Aaron does. So,
Right.
all right, they're punting deep in their own territory. You would kind of like to see like a block formation here, but
Uh-huh.
we don't even
All right,
try.
we get a return that's not. Wow, he got fucking upended. 93 picks. He's got 93 picks and 449 touchdowns. Looks like Love's going to finish up this game. Good. You did pick a good one to podcast on.
I figured they would try to treat it with a little more importance given the joint practices earlier in the week.
Let's wait, he's not in there though. Whoa, maybe did we pull him then? Because that ling's in
Oh,
there right now.
okay. All right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you spoke too soon. It looks like Atling.
That's Dexter Williams there, 34. Best run of the night, besides Goodson's.
It looked like I think we had Van Lanen at right tackle there. So I guess we gave Zach Tom maybe 2 series at right tackle, 3 tops.
Trying to look at it's got this picture in picture. I can hardly see the screen at the moment. Dude, the fact that Amari Rogers is deep into the fourth quarter and he's still out there playing is just it's not a good sign.
Dude, he's not looking good either.
Yeah. Yeah, he's literally out there with a 7th round draft pick receiver.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know that he is secure in a roster spot, but the only thing that gives me hesitation in saying that is the fact that we haven't given him any
Wow, there you
competition.
go. See, Etling's a man. Look at that. Look at those wheels, dude. Touchdown.
Holy
Danny
shit,
Etling's got wheels. He's athletic. He's like our he's like Taysom Hill 2.0.
dude, he does have some wheels.
Yeah, I told you he did that in San Francisco. I was like, holy fuck, you're more athletic than Jordan Love is.
Dude, that designed bootleg keeper there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so busy trying to watch Sean Ryan, I didn't even see Etling until he was 25 yards down the field.
Dude, give that man a fucking job.
Most exciting play of the night.
I think we just found our backup running back, right? Tom Clements is happy.
Where's Jordan Love right now? He's probably going to the floor like, put me back in, coach.
Rogers likes it. Fuck it, Danny Etling can just take. Am I? Hey, there's our kick return punt returner, Danny Etling.
Wouldn't that be wild, man?
To have a quarterback, have your quarterback also be your kick return punt. Yeah, nobody's probably ever done it.
Dude, but when you like think about league history, imagine someone like Mike Vick returning punts. Like people would be terrified.
Oh yeah, Danny Etling's gonna play his way all the way into into the fucking backup quarterback job.
I thought Love he definitely like he moved the ball consistently well. He did show some big time throws that not every quarterback could make. Um, he went through his progressions on numerous occasions. Uh, he did have a handful of inaccurate passes. Um, but I don't know, man. Like the biggest thing is like I've never seen like a wow flash play from Jordan Love.
I
Like
mean, he's got arm, he's got throw power, and he throws a good spiral. But yeah, he hasn't really ever connected on any of them deep throws.
I mean, granted, we've never really seen him play with the entire starting offense, with the exception of Kansas City, and he was so under siege in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he should have dealt better with the blitz. Like, learn to find your hot read. But yeah, we LaFleur could have done a lot more to help him in that Kansas City game.
So Jordan Love's gonna end the night going 12 of 24 for 113 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, and 1 sack. Quarterback rating of 77. It's pretty pedestrian. The thing I don't like the most is his passing average, like 4.7. His average pass play was 4.5 yards.
Really?
Yeah, that shows me that he didn't connect on any deep throws, no intermediate throws really either. It was just short fucking throws that he connected
No,
on.
that's not true. I mean, he hit Dobbs on one for probably 15. He hit Winfrey on that crosser for that was probably 15 or 20. Um, he uh he had Torre with a deep probably 25 yarder, but he couldn't hold on. I thought he connected on some deep stuff.
A couple, but all the other ones must have been like 1, 2 yard throws then. 4.7 yards was his average.
The average per attempt, not per completion.
Mm,
Because, dude, 12 times 5 is 60. So it has to be per attempt.
okay, it was per attempt. Fuck you. Why would you even calculate that, ESPN?
I guess it shows
Let's
how
see.
aggressive a quarterback is on, on the whole.
And well, in one rush, Danny Etling leads our team in rushing yards for the night. We got, by the way, including that Danny Etling run, we have 181 yards rushing. We've been getting
How
it done.
how long was that Etlinger on?
51 yards.
51 yarder.
Yeah. Oh, and there goes Ian Book now.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
Tyler Goodson had 10 rushes for 42 yards. He was the next best.
I want to see who was playing middle linebacker here.
Ty Summers. Ty Summers and just fucking gets, wow, he got juked out by a quarterback. Ty Summers gets juked out of his shoes.
Ian Book is not an athletic quarterback either. Yeah, Ty Summers looks like he had a seizure on the field.
Dude, he's got a broken ankle. Ty Summers should be embarrassed right now.
I don't think Summers makes the team, man.
Oh, come on, get him.
Was that Chris Slayton?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I read about a whole lot of sacks in the scrimmage this past week. Haven't seen it in the game action.
I have heard, we haven't even talked about him once tonight. Rashawn Gary has been a fucking menace this year. He's primed for a real big season. This is his coming out party this year, man. He's going to be one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he would not surprise me if he's the leader of our defense.
You want to make a bold prediction on how many sacks he has this year?
$14.
Fuck, I was going to say 14. Literally, I was thinking 14. In my head, I was like 15, 15. No, let's go 14. I'm going to say 14. All right.
Like, I like Preston Smith, but Preston Smith isn't like a scary edge rusher. So if Gary had someone better across from him, I'd feel better about a higher prediction.
Do you think Preston gets double digits? Think he gets to a 10 at least? No.
I think he'll probably be around 8. I'd love it if he had double digits. I mean, he's done it for us before. He's had like 12 sack season.
If we still had Zadarius, I would just be like, automatically, we got best fucking defense in this league.
Well, dude, so that's the thing, man. Like Super Bowl teams, they have elite rush rotations.
Mm-hmm.
And like frankly, like there's no one left on the free agent market that's going to take us to elite. So I'm a pretty big advocate, especially after watching what the Rams did last season, trading for Von Miller. If we get toward the trade deadline and our roster is looking like legit contenders,
There's a sack.
let's see you pull the trigger on finding someone who can transform your rush rotation into an elite unit.
I get the move. I get why we had to let him go. And plus there was probably like personal off the field stuff I was hearing, like locker room shit with Zadarius. But man, that's a tough. That one's gonna be tough because just adding him as a third rotation. I mean, technically Preston would be the third rotational piece. I think Zadarius was better than Preston, but having that trio with Gary finally being like in his breakout season, man, that would just be fucking real dirty.
Yeah.
What did they flag for that? Was that fucking helmet to helmet? It's on Heflin, and I'm with him. I was like, I don't see a fucking penalty on that.
I don't know. Yeah, man, Zadarius, like his 2 healthy seasons, he played at an elite level. He had 26.5 sacks in 2 years. but you have a back injury that keeps you out for the entire season, and you need back surgery. Like that's I don't know that you ever come back from that. I don't think I would have felt comfortable paying him the 15 mil or whatever it would have taken to keep him. So hopefully the Vikings have just invested in, a guy who rides the pine because of injuries.
Well, he signed a 3-year, $42 million deal, which
Yeah,
averages.
I can't believe this son of a bitch. He signed with Baltimore, but then he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm backing out of this.
Oh, Enigbare. Oh, you got to fucking. This is Ian Buck we're talking about. Get his ass to the ground.
Yeah,
So,
Anigbare not doesn't have a lot of flex to him.
the one move I don't understand because we have like 16 million in cap room at the moment. Jadeveon Clowney, he signed a 1-year deal for 10 million.
Dude, Clowney, I think we talked about this earlier in the off season, but I thought that could have been a killer signing for us.
Yeah, yeah. His cap number is 3.5 million. Um, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he signed a 1-year, $10 million deal with Cleveland. And I'm like, man, for a team that's got super light aspirations and we don't have a lot of edge fucking depth, adding a guy like that makes a whole lot of sense.
And also, why would anyone want to sign with Cleveland?
Exactly. I also keep another name I see on this list right now. I keep forget Akeem Hicks signed with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yep. And they
Um,
and they got Julio. Like the Bucks are just, always
dude,
all in with
I've
Tom Brady.
actually read that Julio has looked like their best wide receiver in camp.
Probably. He's probably gonna do fucking well. I
Yeah,
don't even know what I
they
don't even know
did
what he
have.
signed at.
There's I think he signed for like 8 mil or something. Um, their starting center though, he's gone for the year, torn ACL. So that you know, it, that could be big. Like if the offensive line can't give Brady all sorts of protection, that could lead to a lot of other issues. We'll see. I mean, I think right now the best teams in the NFC are Rams, Bucks, and I would put the Packers at third.
Hmm.
Like until our
Get him.
receivers they can do anything.
Come on! Are you fucking serious, refs? Are you fucking serious?
Yo, man, that was horse collar all day. Like, stop being such a homer.
Ian Buck is being a little bitch and just won't go down. Like he gets what he gets.
I won't disagree with that, man. He is trying to run around like a Sandlot hero.
What about Kyler Fackrell as a fucking backup edge?
Isn't he still on the Giants?
No, he signed a 1-year deal with the Raiders, but he only signed it for 1 million.
Hmm. Dude, I want like an actual difference maker. I'm saying like I think we should trade for a real difference maker.
What about
Like
Jerry Hughes? He's old. He signed two though.
oh, he did
Uh,
with who?
yeah. Jerry Hughes signed a $1 million deal with the Texans.
Why would anyone want to play with the Texans?
Oh shit. They're okay. Let me look at the available part. D Ford's out there. Jason Pierre Paul is out there.
Yeah, I saw JPP. I think he could be interesting.
Everson Griffin, Jamie Collins.
Yeah, there's still some decent guys out there. Is Justin Houston still available?
No, he's a Raven.
Oh, dude, I read that the Ravens secondary is so deep right now that Kyle Hamilton, that safety they drafted, who
Yep.
people were talking about as like a top 5 pick, he might not even start.
I believe it. They were also the team that had like all their top four corners went down in the middle of the season. They still had a great season with like their fifth and sixth corners as their 1 and 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
honestly,
looking at
I think the Ravens win that division this year.
I'm
think the Bengals take a little step back.
I'm looking at their roster right now. Yeah, they have Kyle Hamilton as their backup free safety. They have Marcus Williams as their free safety. They also have Marlon Humphrey. Kyle Fuller signed with them in the offseason from Denver. And they have Marcus Peters still there too. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty deep secondary there. Oh,
Yeah,
and they drafted David Ojabo too for an edge rusher.
Ravens always have a good defense.
Yeah, I mean, and they still got Calais Campbell, Michael Pierce, Patrick Queen. Yeah, they got like Justin Houston's not a starter for them. He's a backup edge rusher.
Yeah, man, but that's the thing. Like, you get a guy like that as third in your rotation, like your third edge rusher may as well be a starter. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, he comes in enough. You know, I haven't looked at our competition's depth chart at all. The Vikings defense is going to be pretty tough again this year, I think.
they definitely
They,
have talent.
yeah, I mean, they got Dalvin Tomlinson, that guy that we tried to trade for from the Giants. Harrison Phillip, the nose tackle from Buffalo, came over there. They they still got Daniel Hunter and Zedarius now. They have Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks for linebackers. They still got, oh shit, they got Chandon Sullivan.
Yep.
Chandon Sullivan. They drafted Andrew Booth Jr. They still got Harrison Smith, Patrick Peterson.
They drafted Lewis Sign, the safety.
Yeah, he's their back. At the moment he's their backup safety, but the other one's Cameron Bynum. Sign could take over for that. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and they're getting Irv Smith Jr. back this year from their tight end room who was hurt, and he's their starter this year now. He's only like 23 years old too. Touchdown. Nope, there's a flag. You think this is the year that Adam Thielen fucking kind of starts to like, nosedive?
He definitely took a dip last year. But I've heard he's actually looked really good in camp this year.
Has he?
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Like that offense, yeah, they're stacked. They got Justin
Hmm.
Jefferson, uh, Cook, Irv Smith could take a step forward.
Yeah, the
Thielen,
Vikings don't get enough credit. They could win that fucking division.
dude, they're gonna be a tough team this year. Like
Yeah. Who's their coach now?
Kevin O'Connell, comes
Okay.
from the Rams.
Coming from that McVay tree still then, huh?
Yeah, so I'm hoping, first a coach's very first game, hopefully he has some mistakes and growing pains where we can pick up that W in week 1. I
Hmm.
don't like opening with division games, man, especially as slow as we've started in recent years.
Yeah, the fucking Saints took our lunch money last year in week 1. Like, I was so excited to fucking podcast with you in that game, and we just got fucking demolished in week 1.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it.
I'm glad we turned it around and there wasn't another game anything like that the rest of the season, but that game sucked to watch.
Dude, in the LaFleur era, we've had at least one game like that every year.
Yeah.
43, I think it's Keandre Thomas. He is not looking great out there.
That mustache on that fan's looking pretty great in those stands, though.
I see that, yeah.
Did you see that guy?
As far as the backup defensive line goes, only guy who stood out to me in any way, I take that back. I should say 2 guys that jumped out to me. Eningbare for sure.
Missed. Wow.
And then Chris Slayton. Oh wow, they do miss this kick.
It wasn't Lutz, though. They got a backup kicker in.
I think it's Tony Romo. I'm trying to
Yeah.
career there as a kicker now. But yeah, Enigbare and Chris Slayton, they both jumped out to me. I don't think Slayton makes the roster though. Um, but maybe he's playing well enough for someone else to pick him up.
Yeah. Do you think we maybe move him to the practice squad?
Oh yeah, I think that'd be an ideal
Yeah.
spot for him
Yeah.
if we can get him there.
Especially because he's a big body. He's a big bodied guy, and if he's competent, I don't know. All it takes isn't injury or two, and I don't think that we really want to get to the point where we're playing Kenny Clark specifically at nose tackle again. I think it's imperative that we. In fact, I think last year we started doing this thing where we let Kenny Clark kind of do the Aaron Donald thing, where he kind of gets to pick where he wants to line up, like where he finds it in his. Well, McDuffie had a 6 tackle game today. Yeah, he kind of gets free reign to like move wherever he wants if he sees gaps that he wants to attack before the snap.
All right, this is probably the last drive of the game. Minute 32 left.
So I see who we got out there. We got obviously our franchise quarterback Danny Etling's out there, finish things up
He's got a big smile on his face. He's having
uh,
fun.
as well as he should. He enjoys it more than Luck and Jordan Love does so far. What a
Who's
head of hair on
83?
Sean Ryan. What's that?
Who is 83?
Oh yeah, he's already got a catch in this game already.
Is 83 Samori Torre?
No. Oh, it is. You're right. Yep.
Okay. So we got Atling, Torre, I think Dexter Williams. Uh, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the offensive line for this series.
Is it
Maybe
just
they're just going to
frozen?
do another bootleg to Atling, see if he can pick up another.
Is it just frozen on this pre? Okay, there it goes for me.
Yeah, mine's just frozen too. Okay, okay. All right. Are you just going to run the ball seriously?
Oh no, they just took a knee.
Really? You're not going to test your offensive line in a 2-minute fourth quarter situation?
Maybe I don't know. I think LaFleur just doesn't want to get any more players hurt or something. I don't know, but at this point, it's just dudes playing for a roster spot, so why not?
I don't know, man. I wanted to watch Caleb Jones and Sean Ryan. They were both
I,
still out
I
there.
I just don't think that we wanted to risk hurting our future franchise quarterback anymore. I guess so.
All right. Well, what are Mr. Prolific's big takeaways from preseason game number 2?
Jordan Love looked better so far. He definitely looked better than he did in the first preseason game. Nothing wow though. It wasn't anything wow. He just looked a little bit better. Still has a lot of things to work on, I think though. Some throws made me think like this kid can fucking be a difference maker. Other times I was like, yep, he still got work to do. Caleb Jones is a fucking mammoth of a man, and he didn't let up any pressures, I don't think. Quay Walker didn't really impress. I thought he looked better in the first game against San Francisco. He just didn't stand out. Devontae Wyatt didn't do much. Romeo Dubes still continues to make flash plays, but then fouls it up with rookie mistakes. So
Yeah,
hopefully some
he
more
did have a couple
consistency there.
mistakes, but I mean, it was clear when he was in the game that he was the go-to guy, though. Like
Hmm.
Love kept coming back to him, and his touchdown catch was nice. It was a
Hmm.
one-on-one back shoulder where he had to go up and get it. Uh, I thought he had some nice plays. I think he's going to be a huge part of our receiving game this year.
Yep. Do you, I would even go as far as to say that he has a really good chance of having a better rookie season than Christian Watson does at this point.
Yeah, I mean Watson's got to get on the field before
Yeah.
we start talking about him.
Um, Offensive line looked okay. I thought they looked fairly adept at pass pro, but did not look great at run blocking for most of the game. I mean, there was a couple here or there where like, all right, like there was that one BJ Goodson one where they really opened up a massive hole and he got like 15, 16 yards. But other than that, they didn't really impress too much. It really wasn't just a, it was just kind of a, it's like kind of like watching like a high school football game, kind of, man. It's just nothing wow or flashy really for the most part.
Yeah, not the most exciting game ever, but got a better look at guys fighting, to be top reserve players. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, guys that we saw play tonight will play a big role in the season. They might not
Yeah.
necessarily be the starters, but they're going to play a big role.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. We got one more preseason game. There's only three now, right? Yeah, there's no four.
Right.
Yeah. And but then that gives them an extra week off before the regular season starts, I believe. I don't know. It was nice just being on a podcast with you again. And it was nice being on a podcast a Packer win, even if it was preseason. Even if it was a preseason game. It's
Always
nice.
feels better to win than to lose, my friend.
Yep.
Um,
Do you know who we
Definitely
got in our
better
last
than the
preseason game?
last podcast we did. But
Yeah, I didn't even post that one.
probably
Eh,
for the best.
Who is our last preseason opponent against? Are we traveling? Is it Kansas City?
I think it's Kansas City.
On the road, I think.
Well, man, won't be long. We'll
Won't
be
be
opening
long.
against the Vikings.
We'll be podcasting week 1, right?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'll let you know if anything changes, but right now I should be available and I am very excited to start another season of you gotta cherish these Aaron Rodgers years where we still know we have a chance to get to the big dance.
Very well. It's very well. Could be his last year. Never know. Every year, taking it 1 year at a time. All I know is we got on paper, we have the makings of an elite defense. It's gonna be so fun to actually watch a defense that's fucking good this year. Like we had moments like I don't expect performances like we had in San Francisco every year where you like hold them to no fucking touchdowns, like 6 points the whole game. But we're gonna have I think if we can keep teams to like around 20 points or less, we're gonna win
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of
I think
games.
I think that's the plan. I think we're
Yeah.
trying to hold teams to under 20 points, control time of possession with our run game, and hope that the offense can piece together enough points to pull out a close victory. Honestly, I expect this season to be very similar to the 2019 season, LaFleur's first. We had a lot of tight games where we had to win in different ways. And we came out of that year with 13 wins going to the NFC Championship game. Um, if you got if the game is close and you can get Aaron Rodgers the ball last, you got a
Got a
shot.
chance. Yep. It'll be interesting to see how who becomes that go-to guy for Rodgers this year. Like first, I say this because I'm thinking about like that San Francisco game in the regular season, not the playoff. The one where Rodgers gets the ball with a minute to go and he hits two big chunk plays to Devontae Adams and that sets up Mason Crosby's game-winning field goal there. Like those were like back-to-back 30-plus yard catches by Devontae. Who's going to be the guy that can do that this year, or do we not have one? If we don't have one, we're going to be in trouble in those late game situations if someone can't step up. So we'll see. We will see.
That we will. But I'm gonna call it for tonight, and we'll be doing some real regular season games